Fuck him! Fuck him! Shit! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck, fuck, fuck! Finish! Fuck, fuck, fuck! Bitch!
Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to another episode of The Huggy Show with me, Huggy. Now, folks, I know that this year we've experienced, we went through ups, downs, left, rights, and whatnot. But you know what's always consistent? Coping. What do I mean by that? Well, the newly crowned two-time Spurg winner, Himpleton, decided to go on to Byrne and Maggot's new show called Wallbangers. And they decided to discuss about life and how Himpleton's been mistreated and such. Now, Wallbangers is something that is, from what I've seen, a hug box of sorts, where Maggot is allowed to play in the playpen. She could do and say whatever she wants, and Byrne will just say, yeah, no problem, yeah, that's great. But it seems like on this episode, which Byrne posted her around 10 a.m. EST, but for some strange reason it got unlisted. And I was wondering, why was it unlisted? And then I'm watching the video, listening to the video, and a few things came in mind. There was a lot of coping, there was a lot of blaming, there was a lot of shit talking. And there were certain people in the community that did not like the whole shit talking aspect. That, oh, if you talk shit behind someone's back, you're a backstabber, you're uncouth, everything. But the fact that this video was unlisted just showed that they didn't give a fuck. They figured they were protected. Also, another thing is that the stream or the video itself is graded A for autism. You should see the edits these motherfuckers put. There are random noises, jump cuts, random images. It's like a 2-year-old did the edit. It's like they did this video for the most autistic of autists in a community, which says something a lot about their community, whatever community they're trying to bring. So that's that. We're gonna watch the stream, and I'll break it down. And unlike other times, I watched the whole thing, and I'll give my tips and views upon this video. Now, if anyone is listening, if you guys want to come in and call in, you guys are more than welcome to come in and call in and talk about stuff. Now, I'm not going to be a hostile witness. I'm just going to ask questions like, why? Like my one question for this moment is, besides the autistic editing of this video, why was this unlisted? Why did you even have it in the first place? Why didn't you private it? Or members only? That's my question. But without further ado, let us watch Wallbangers, Wallbangers.
Himpleton, who's been like reamed throughout the community. Perfect Wallbangers content.
Honestly, he fits right in here.
Fits right
Yeah,
in. All
I'm
the rejects
evil,
on
horrible.
Wallbangers.
Reject.
Yeah.
Me
I'm
too.
an
I mean,
evil,
you're a
horrible
reject.
person,
I'm a
dude.
reject.
I mean, I've heard that. I've certainly heard that.
And Himpleton doesn't even have a fan base anymore. So, what's up?
I mean, all of that's very true.
You're also a thief,
And I'm-
but you know.
I'm a thief, I'm a liar, I'm a murderer.
You are a thief, though. You know why you're a thief, right?
Why am I a thief?
You stole my fucking Spurgies. Okay, you stole my
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly,
Motherfucker.
right.
Yeah, no,
That's
did
because
you fight with
you know
Matt
what?
Pitt? Did you fight with Matt Pitt? Did you fight
You know
with
what?
Leah something? Did you
You
fight
know-
with
you know
Assistant
what, Byrne?
Taylor? Did you fight
No,
with all
yeah,
these
You know what?
prominent
he
figures?
fought with the
No,
whole
I did.
community. He fought with the
Exactly.
whole community.
I fought the whole community and I
You didn't
lost.
fight shit.
okay?
You didn't
Also,
fight Matt Pitt.
First few things as I'm going down the thing. Now, of course, this is just a little giggle here, giggle there. Byrne is pretending to be so mad about the Spurgies, how he lost the Spurgies. And I'm like, that's a cool joke. But for every joke, there's a hint, a nugget, a pebble of truth. Why even make a mention of it? Why does it matter? Because it's a stupid award. It's not like you're going to get paid for it. It's not like you're going to get like a briefcase for a contract to get yourself 20,000 subs. It's just a bullshit award by now recording. That's all it is. And it's fascinating that Himpleton won twice. And Byrne is still doing the shtick of he stole my Spurgie. I question what would happen if Byrne actually did win the Spurgie. Would he have joined in? Would he have accepted it proudly? I'm not sure. I think Byrne, in a way, wanted to get a Spurgie, but he's kind of glad he did get Spurky. It's like he's in between his wants. He doesn't know what he wants. But yeah, like I said, 99%, he's joking, of course. But there's something to it as to why bring it up. So, let's continue.
Okay.
And also, Byrne, here's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I had such a good acceptance speech that it like made me win a second Spurgy. Sorry about that.
I was curious of whether you called in or not to accept it.
No, but what I did say is, I want to give a big thank you to Morale for teaching me that the age of consent is 11.
You're gonna notice, ladies and gentlemen, that they're gonna do all this sound effects like they are, like they're High 97, which is a New York, hip-hop station. Where every single time someone has a dunk on someone, they're going to, play the noise, or they'll play the noise when someone says something skeevy. Like autism, it's like retardation times a million. My thing is this, folks. As I take a drink of water. My whole thing is this. If you're putting your content out, if your content is just a percentage of loud noises and spliced in images and talking, like you're trying to capture the attention span of your viewers. Like I said in the beginning, I think they did that because their takes, their takes, their views, their personalities are so bad that they need to fill in the dead air that their personality lacks and their views lack to address it with loud noises, stupid images, pretty colors, and stuff. So again, I do apologize on their behalf for the retardation that you guys will experience. Again, I have no idea why this is unlisted and yet it was promoted early in the morning. I don't know, Byrne. Sometimes I wonder about you. No hate. It's just sometimes, even when a person likes another person, they still have to say you're stupid. You lack foresight. You didn't even bother checking this video to see if it was worth promoting at all. So let us continue.
I mean,
pretends like he
oh
doesn't
my
know what
god,
we're talking about, which is like insane.
Well, I'm just gonna. I mean, like the context for that is basically just that like he like acted like so like I got like okay big meme here, big meme incoming, big funny meme. I got raped when I was 11.
Ugh. Okay. Whatever your trauma is, it should be private. You should not allow anyone to know about the trauma. This is the internet. People behind screens are anonymous. They could talk shit with such vitriol and anger and bullshit that if you're sensitive, you are going to crumble and get mad, like how Himpleton did with Sen, when Sen just purely said you lied about your rape, and then Himpleton ran after Sen, where he was begging and pleading for Sen to debate him. Now remember something. I just watched this, so it's fresh in my mind. Himpleton mentions about he lost his debate to Sen, right? The thing is, he didn't need to lose the debate to Sen. You know why? Because Sen never asked him to debate. He did. So, as I said in many streams prior to this, if you are fiending, if you are crack babying for a debate with someone or an interaction with someone, you better come in with a game plan, with notes, with talking points, with counterpoints, with everything. You have to make sure that you have your all ducks in a row. Because at the very least, you should not make it easy for this person to stand still and you just self-destruct. And it did not help that the Queenman Queenman found out about the whole Himpleton being all mad about the raid with lyrics. And it's funny, they do talk about lyrics in a little bit, and I'll save that bit for when we get there.
And he like basically made the argument that like I should have.
Hello, Belinda. Hello, Deadarm. Hello, everyone else in chat. Please file in. We just started the show of 1 Femcel, 2 brain cells. It's gonna be fantastic. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone about this. It's great. It is cool. And again, is this earth-shattering drama? No, not really. But it just illustrates the fact that people talk shit, but kept unlisted. I don't know why. It's just funny. It just tickles my fancy with that. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to call in to talk about it, feel free to do so about this topic. If you guys have beef with me, we save that for a later date. But we're focusing on this.
Said no.
Yeah, I actually did. I did watch that today, and that's, I really don't like that guy. I didn't like him prior. But after watching that, I'm just like, yeah, this just validates why I don't like him, because it's really crazy to be like, well, if you don't have any proof that you were raped at 11, then you clearly weren't raped. Like, but then a few minutes later, he goes on to bring up how.
What type of stupid soundbite is that? What is this stuff? And again, here's the thing about the whole morale stuff. That whole interaction did not need to be there. It didn't need to happen because, number one, Himpleton was on that stream with Flatley and the boys. Number one. Number two, Flatley, who they claim takes L's, which not in this case, because the motherfucker convinced the retard to take the debate for whatever reason. Again, Himpleton says, I'm with the boys playing zombies. I'm with the boy playing zombies. Then Flatley is like, hey, you should take the debate with Morale so you could go back into the house. Or get back in the good graces of the community, right? Throughout this whole thing, they talk about how the commentary community is a bunch of retards, how it's stupid, how they backstab, how everything. Why is it then, when Flatley said that phrase, if you take this debate, you could come back into the house, or you might as well rip the band-aid off or whatnot? Why take the debate at that point? Again, if you're smart, if you have an IQ above an unborn child, you would know that it's not going to end well for you. Himpleton, you are incapable of doing that fight. But here you are being a smug little prick with Morale when Morale's not around. All of a sudden, when you were doing that debate, I have the flu, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that, you had all these qualifiers. But then when Morale came in, you wanted to be a puss. And then when Morale tried to pressure of like, why don't you like me, you had nothing to say. But magically, since Morale is not here, you have everything you want to say. Hell, you even gave Byrne a few tips on how to engage Morale in terms of like, why do you why does Byrne hate morale, or why does Himpleton hate morale? Himpleton, you gave a lot of tips. Where was this fervor? Where was this chutzpah? Where was this? Is it because you're with other two social rejects? Is it because you don't feel pressured into saying things? Is it because you took your weed medication? What was it? And again, what's fair is fair. I'm taking into a look of how you were acting in these last couple of streams. So let's continue.
How somebody falsely accuses you of being a rapist, and he somehow believes that one. But it's like, what?
Wait, context.
If I can finish, please.
He's not the one, or that random person, Sarah Ridden, is not the person who falsely accused me. Morale is the person who falsely accused me because he completely made that up. And on top of that, afterwards, he went on a different stream.
Yeah, he went
so
on
if you
Beckett's
didn't,
stream.
exactly, so if you didn't watch the different stream, you would think that it's a real allegation because it's not clear that it's a joke. And then on Beckett's stream, he calls it a joke. And so
I
it's
didn't think it was a real allegation, to be.
Listen, whoever is the editor of this fucking show, I have a tip for you. Just a tip. When the fucking simp retard is speaking about, oh, Morale said something on Beckett's stream, it would behoove you, it would have been smart of you to get that piece of audio when Morale said this thing. But since you guys were so fucking retarded, and whoever your editor is, you didn't put that piece. So, again, how are we sure that this happened? We're just going to assume the fact that this happened? Where is the video proof? Where is the clip of Morale saying that this was a joke and then him going to Aiden's and saying otherwise? Where is that? You guys can say as much as you want, but I like video. People would like to hear it from the horse's mouth or from the cat's mouth. So it would have been smart. Hell, even Byrne's other podcast fucking does the intersplicing of fucking audio when they mention something. They did that shit with me on when they were talking about me, and they put my streams on the podcast. So I mean, you can't do this with Morale. Hell, if Himpleton's mind was to go after Morale, like on some Drake shit, it would have been smart if he got everything that's against Morale and put it into this stream so he could have a response to Morale. That would have been the smart thing. But again, he's not smart. He's stupid. He has the IQ of an unborn child. That's how bad he is. That's how bad he is at life and everything he does.
Be fair, and I did not watch it.
I didn't either. I mean, but it's like one of those things where y'all, can we be honest? There are some fucking horrifically retarded people in this community.
Oh, 100. I mean, that is this entire, it's not even just some, it's literally everybody. I would even put myself in that bracket, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't specify that
Hey, Byrne, yes, I figured that was the case while he was unlisted, but still. It's just weird. I just figured that was the case, but I still don't understand why this was even done in the first place. It's like, when you're muted, it wasn't like this. When you did your other streams, it wasn't like this. So, okay, I guess that this reason why this was unlisted because the edits were bad. All right, I mean, thank you for confirming one of my stuff, but yeah, it's just fun.
shit is a joke in the same stream, there's going to be at least 1 out of every 10 people who potentially think I'm a rapist.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And it doesn't help that his tone doesn't make it obvious it's a joke. It also doesn't help that the Beckett stream coincidentally went members only, and then he went on Aiden's stream to go back to go yeah, I was right. I was being really serious that Himpleton's a rapist, and he faked his rape.
Okay. Just so we don't.
By the way, that particular Beckett stream was a members only. You mean to tell me that Byrne can't get a hold of Becca and be like, hey Becca, can I get this snippet of Morale saying this for my podcast with Himpleton? Like, I'm just saying, if you guys had time to edit in these stupid fucking voices and these stupid sounds, you could have done that. And hey, if the new version of this has that, then God bless America. Good, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that I was able to give you an idea for it. I take that as a victory.
Just so we don't spread disinfo here, to be fair to Beckett, all of his streams are do go members only. And then, secondly...
Yes, okay, it goes to members only, Himpleton, but again, you should have gotten the clip where it was shown that he said this. Like, again, I go through every... On my timeline, I have majority of people that are close to this drama, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this. So there is a tweet showing that clip. That's great, but again, it's just conjecture at this point. Just saying.
He did not go back on his word about me being a rapist. He went back on his word about me faking it, which you were right about, Byrne. And secondly, that he went back on his word in terms of like the whole deal of like he literally had a debate with Aiden on like why an 11-year-old should understand consent. Which like look, the like saying I fake my rape stuff, like that is something. Even though I think it's like abhorrent and I think it's wrong, it's something that I've seen vaguely in this community before.
Mm-hmm.
Now, arguing that the age of consent, like fundamentally by saying that an 11-year-old can understand it, is like in any way 11, is like one of the worst and most absurd things I've ever heard. And I think it is hilarious.
I mean, I could tell you, I have a 12-year-old, and I would never, I don't think he would understand that, like, at all. He would never be.
I remember Maggot saying that kids should not be mentioned, kids should not be involved. I believe she said that. I don't understand why this information was volunteered. She volunteered some other information, which, yeah, but I don't know why she would volunteer about the age of her kid. That bad fake people that don't like fucking Maggot can fuck her over with that too. Like, for example, oh, he's 12 years old? I mean, I guess that's why you're dating D-Max, because that must be his favorite streamer. I guess, or like something much more mischievous and much more fucked up than that. You should not offer up any type of personal information about family if you are then going to say that no one should talk about your family. It's you give anyone a bit of yourself, they're going to take the whole thing.
It would never be okay for him to be in a situation like that, and he wouldn't understand. So, as somebody who actually has a child around that age, I can tell you that's not real.
Well, and there's tons of science behind that too, and it's just the funny thing about it to me is the fact that he says stuff like that, and like, you know, I'm gonna sound like the fucking Joker here, which is ironic, but like, it's like that whole thing of like, you know, nobody bats an eye, and then like I say some like stupid shit, and everybody's like fucking ripping all over me. It's just like, look, Morale fucking lies about the nature of his DMs with a 17-year-old.
Show proof of that. Show proof of that. I mean, like, and Sen was right in this aspect. Like, and I think Sen said this on Byrne's You're Muted podcast. You guys had this whole thing with Morale and the 17-year-old, and you guys fumbled it. Like, you guys seem to have this fucking bullet against Morale, but you guys are incapable of using it. Why? Like, how did he fumble it? I mean, Himpleton, you've been friends with Morale for a bit. How did he fumble it? Since Morale is not here, you should be able to say why he mishandled the 17-year-old DMs, or why he lied about it, and whatnot. But again, it's just easy to say things, and you have two other people not pushing you on it, and asking you where's the proof of it. I mean, again, would people take this podcast so sincerely? I highly doubt it. It's Byrne Maggot doing a podcast. I doubt it. But if you're going to make claims, or whatever the case is, if you're going to make claims about someone's character, or you're going to make claims about the actions one takes, you should have proof of it. You should have proof of it. But anyway, let's continue.
Two streamers on a live, and then nobody cares. And then like I lie about the retarded commentary shit, and then everyone's like, "This is the next Hitler." It's like, okay.
I mean, you are. Sure. You are. And
well, no, I agree with that. I just think it's for different reasons.
I mean, I don't like MRAL, but like, I'm like, didn't you like do an interview recently with someone? I'm gonna do a bit where like instead of a Beckett, it's gonna be Xylee. I hate MRAL, but here comes Xylee, right?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be like, hey, can I phone a friend, and then fucking be like
Xylee in here,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Like, dude, what's like that Kinetic Kell thing where she goes, I hate MRAL. It's like, I don't.
Dude, no. Okay.
I just learned about that woman today, by the way. The Kinetic Kell, I just learned about her today after searching Himpleton's name on YouTube.
I didn't know anything about this girl other than that I like saw what happened to her on like the Aiden stream, because it was around the same time like I was clarifying that Morale like quote unquote jokingly did the like call me rapist, and that was like my last call-in that I've done to a live. But the thing is that like fucking pissed me off is like you're going for like understatement of the year, Byrne, when you say like she like said that she hates Morale. No, this bitch ranted and ranted and ranted and ranted and talked for so long about
conjecture
how much she hates Morale. I had no idea. Like it was just like, I don't know. In retrospect, it feels very, very like slimy and snaky. Like the thing that I can get.
My dear friend Badwick, the Canadian Destroyer. What's up, buddy? Oh, by the way, quick thing, just to warn you, my dear friend, if you have calls with Maggot, she says in this one that she records all VC conversations. And I know you're not a evil, grifty person, but just in case you are in any voice call with Maggot, maybe single or group, be on the lookout. This is what she alleges that she did. So, looking out for you, buddy.
If people like Morale or people like Beckett is like, they're not going to like hide the way they feel until you're all used up. They're gonna be like transparent about hating you, and I can respect that.
Huh?
Oh well, Maggot and Beckett.
I don't know if I feel the same way about Beckett. I'm just endlessly disappointed in Beckett. Like he genuinely last year was when I got to know Beckett, like towards the end of the year, and I, despite everything, do genuinely think that Beckett is a good person. And I think that the problem is when people come into this space and they start getting the validation that they're looking for, it like alters the way they think, right? Because now they're just looking for that validation. They want that little oomph, the little serotonin boost of everybody being like, oh.
Everyone, when they do commentary stuff, they all have that dopamine. When they get that pat on the head, or when they're told they do good work, they're looking for that. It's a reward system. So I'm confused as to what the fuck Maggot's saying. Like, things change. Like, if you find yourself being friends with someone, right? And they give you a different perspective, and if they are a big time creator, you listen, and you become friends with them, and then you just try to learn from them and whatnot. And Beckett worked at his craft, or whatever he deems YouTube to be, hobby, pastime, whatever. But he worked at the channel, and he got really good at it. So much so that he's on now recording. Then he gets interviews with other YouTubers and other content creators, and big time community members. he did what he needed to do. So if he did change, he changed for the better. We changed for his he changed for the betterment of his pastime, his side thing, his channel, whatever. I mean, like I said, it's if you're unable to see that, then that's on you.
Point W, and I think that's what happened to Beckett, because the reality is, and I'm gonna keep fucking saying it, Beckett, even if it makes you mad, and your girlfriend too, fuck her. Literally, last year, into the beginning of this year, he was reading dinosaur porn on Twitch.
Huh? Okay, well,
okay,
wow.
to like 40 fucking viewers, alright? So, it wasn't that long ago that you were doing that, buddy.
He was reading dinosaur porn to 40 viewers. Bro, what does it matter if he reads it to... It doesn't matter what he has. If he got 40 viewers, then...
And just remember, to like 40 fucking viewers, alright? So...
Yeah, 40 fucking viewers. Wow, Maggot. Again. You out here with your nose ring up in the air, talking all the hot shit, but if someone could do something as mundane, weird, cringe as that, and they got a high view count, that just shows that it's not the content itself that's mostly driving the traffic, it's the personality. That's what you fail to see. Maggot, if you think... Maggot, you should read dinosaur porn on a stream. Do it. Alright. You do it on Byrne stuff since you're not a content creator, you're a co-host or whatever. Do that. Do on the live stream and just ignore the chat and read about anything or talk about anything you want to talk about. And let's see if people will want to watch you. So, again, whatever floats people's boats, regardless if they get the viewership, that's great. Good for them. I don't understand what is this shaming stuff about. Crazy.
It wasn't that long ago that you were doing that, buddy. And just remember, they can throw you out tomorrow, just like they did with plenty of other people. So.
Well, but the one thing, like, I agree with you in terms of, like...
Yeah, this whole thing about being thrown out, like... You can only be deemed trash or be thrown out if you allow yourself to... If you allow yourself to be in that mindset of you being thrown out. Like, if people don't like you, okay, just move on. Make content if you still want to do YouTube. And just continue it and see where your audience goes. If you have it like that, if you have the talent of the gab, if you're able to weave stories and be personable and be cool and whatnot, people will want to watch your stuff. I said it to Reese last night. Reese has 78 subscribers. If Reese keeps up what they're doing, they're going to get to 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, even 1,000 subscribers because Reese is talented. Reese is really good at this. It only takes positive reinforcement with it. So again, it's not purely the community. It's not purely who you're with. It's who you are and how you exercise the interactions, the connections you have with people. And then if one day they do quote unquote throw you out, you'll be prepared to just move on like nothing happened. But for people like Maggot, who, shown herself to be very bad faith, talking about how she doesn't want to be in commentary or commentaries with bad people, and all of a sudden she goes into Wallbangers and Byrne stream and then rants and raves in the show to get off her period energy because she doesn't care about commentary, but she cares enough to be on another person's stream to talk about the nonsense. And instead of going live herself on her own show, where she could make money for herself or get viewership on her own, she would rather go to someone else's stream, have the person give her a hat pass and tell her everything's okay, you did nothing wrong, and then now doing a show where now she's just being coddled by people. In essence, she's still part of commentary, and in essence, she's still doing content creation. So, yeah.
Generally, that's how it goes. The one thing I will give Beckett is that, like, dude, in that Kell interview, his fucking questions were way more fair than hers, which is just, like, crazy to me, because, like, he's been, like, I don't think that he hates me, but, like, he's been, like, making this video on me, and has morale as an editor, and,
Tango.
Like, so he's still, sorry to cut you off, he's still making the video about you.
To be fair, like, I literally gave him the perfect, like, opportunity because I gave him a goddamn interview.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to state for the record here, but just in case Kell is, like, a complete pussy and doesn't, like, release the full interview, there's, like, 3 minutes of her being like, so, like, first it's like, can I phone a friend? And I'm like, okay, like, we didn't talk about this before the interview, so, like, that makes me feel kind of weird, but, like, who? And she's like, just somebody who's gonna be, like, neutral, like, and, like, be able to, like, knows the lore and can ask questions better. And I was like, oh, okay, who? And she's like, Beckett. And I was like, wait, the guy who's making a video about, like, my, like, quote-unquote, like, what he calls, like, I guess, like, the fall of me? That guy's neutral? Okay.
Bruh.
And so, like, she already knew about that because I had told her about it.
The Kinetic Kell thing got privated by Himpleton. I mean, I look forward to the interview itself. Now, if Kell was stupid enough to keep it unlisted, then hopefully there'll be a copy of it. But until then, also Lamp did the edit. Why did Lamp do this? This is so fucking ridiculous. Damn. This has to be a fucking Byrne and Maggot idea to do all these fucking sound bites. Lamp is way too small for this shit. Lamp, I forgive Lamp for this shit.
And, like, it felt like a total gay op. It literally felt like it was, like, known ahead of time that that's how it was going to go, but she, like, insisted that was not the case. And in those, like, 2 minutes, I'm literally like, I feel, like, I don't know if I verbatim say that I feel uncomfortable, but I do verbatim say repeatedly, well, now I feel like I have to, because it's on recording that just got thrown out to me, and I know what's going to happen if I say
yeah,
no.
you're running and whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to make everything worse. Like, it's better if I just, like, take the goddamn interview without it.
Okay, this is a war.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. If someone is telling you they want to phone a friend for an interview you're doing with someone else, no. For people that say they don't care about optics, about the commentary community, why do you care if you run or not? Who cares? These are people, they're not going to be paying you. These are people that are not going to value your time. They're not your bosses. They're not your friends. They just want to hurt you. They want to destroy your reputation. Like, you should be focused on bettering yourself. You should be focused on trying your best to not be a pussy in debates and try to, actually win a debate with fucking morale. Who, last time I checked, dadded you so fucking badly. Oh my god. And again, you having this big dick energy when he's not around. Hey, why don't you just say it with your chest and stop being afraid? Like, you're grown. You shouldn't be having to worry about optics. Who gives a fuck about optics? You care about optics when there's money, power, or something on the line. That's when you care about optics. Other than that, it's a dumb issue.
Maybe it's like I'm not. It's probably my own speculations. Is that this is a war? It's just weird.
Whenever something like
It's
that
just weird.
happens, where you're in a call or a live stream or whatever, and it suddenly turns into, can I have this person come in? Never assume that it's good faith. Not in commentary. Never assume that it's fucking good faith.
This is a war.
Even like with the larger commentary creators, they're probably the worst at doing this kind of thing because they do it a lot. And never assume it's going to be good faith, because then you're going to end up face-to-face arguing with somebody like fucking Smaggle, or, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes. These people are all like this, and then when you say that, they're like, well, that's just anti-commentary. I'm just telling you how I see it, guy. Like, that's it.
Yeah, right. It doesn't come from this, like, inherent anti-commentary bias. It's literally just being objective about these things. Like, those are two different things. And, like, plus, I completely agree with you. Like, that's exactly when I got a sour taste in my mouth, was, like, when she did that. And, like, by the end of the interview, like, I hope she does the full fucking unedited thing, because by the end of the interview, like, she, like, tries to, like, be all polite and shit at the end, and be like, thank you so much for coming on, Himpleton, like, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah.
You're a psychopath.
And then, like, I'm literally just, like, sitting there, I'm like, yep, yeah, for sure. And, like, it's just so funny, because, like,
You're a psychopath.
she acted like she was, like, so, I don't know, she acted like she was, like, on my team or whatever, and then, like, fucking, I watched the video that she made, and she completely, like, with no contest, lets Beckett, and I'm gonna be real here, because, like, I've been trying to be.
Oh, that's the
charitable
video
to
I
Beckett.
saw today. It's a 12-minute long video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be charitable to Beckett right now, because, like, he was very fair with the questions he asked me, and I appreciate that. And so, like, I'm not gonna say that he is, like, coming up with a lie, in so much as I think that he heard this lie from Morale, but he, completely uncontested on that video, said that I posted what I thought was child porn, and that is not true. That is not what happened. And, like, just shit like that, and the fact that, like, she didn't even ask me about that, and just kind of took what is, at that point, like, 3 different people removed, like, saying that, and didn't do any, like, fact-checking at all, when it's so easy to. Like, the Queeman VOD, where all of that is, like, a relevant thing, is literally up to this day. But, whatever.
Bruh.
It's just like, oh my god. Like, and so now I'm, like, a person who thinks that, like, I posted something that I thought was child porn, so, like, I'm literally, like, worse than, like, the whole tagline with that was, like, I'm worse than Rosanna Pansino, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
What about Lyrics? What about Lyrics? He's an active member of the community that they all look up to, who literally likes lollipop.
This is a war.
No, we can't bring that up. We can't bring that up, guys. That might be
I mean, Maggot says the only thing based upon that, but again, the Lyrics thing is like, Salvo brought this up, and he left. He waited until everything died down, and then people took him under his wing and still poke at him. Still fucking blackmail him. In terms of, like, we know we could destroy your career type of stuff, right? It has that feeling of it. But, like Maggot says, the only thing that was kind of base, but at the same time, everyone streaks for everybody at some point in their life because they like the person or because there's something to be gained. Fucking Himpleton out here playing dumb with sweeping for Lyrics too. During the Sin debate, he fucking swept because he had something to gain by telling everyone the lie that he had Lyrics' co-host. So it was something to be gained for, like, hear no evil, see no evil, talk no evil against Lyrics. And again, I think Maggot's tune would change if there was something Maggot could benefit from Lyrics. She would not be talking this hot shit. She would not be talking all this hot shit because, again, Maggot was in these circles with Xylee and others. I know mostly Xylee. Not recording. But she was just trying to be a good little soldier. She would never say anything bad about these people. She liked the exclusivity of these clubs that she was in. And then she says down the line about why no one said to Matt Pitt, No one asked Maggot why he hated Maggot. I mean, I bet you he has his reasons, but why does he need a reason? Why does he need to divulge the reasons? Maggot demonstrated why people would not like her. It's there. It's not like out of the ordinary. She does stupid shit. She's a backstabber. She is a coward. She's a whole lot of things. She runs into the safety of retards so she can get her story across. And then does a show because she's bored with her fucking life. But she's not a content creator. She's a fucking orbiter. Whatever the fuck I mean. Who does she orbit? Fucking Byrne? Who does she orbit? D-Max's cock? What does she orbit? I'm confused on that. Please clarify for me.
Yeah.
That may bother them.
They'll get the brooms out. They'll get the brooms out and sweep that shit up.
What's the origin of that allegation against you? Forgive me,
No, you're fine.
I say this all the
respect you,
time
my
because
lord.
I don't know. I really am not a part of anything in regards to that. I literally just before this I did Wall Smashers and now I do Wallbangers with Byrne. But this is my only interaction with this type of content or the community. So
Yeah,
and I don't have
totally
Twitter.
get it.
I got rid of that. It's
Good
gone
for you.
forever. It's
Genuinely.
gone forever. So
Yeah, genuinely good for you. So the last video I posted, this was back in August. This was back in August.
Yeah.
It was on a rabbit hole. Do you know at all what the Amazing Digital Circus is?
I do actually.
Okay. Okay, so basically there's a new version of Elsagate where people are using the characters from Amazing Digital Circus to make sexual videos that are targeted towards children.
Yeah.
And so I made a video about that. And at the end, or towards the end of that video, it goes from being about the Pomnigate stuff to I go on this whole separate rabbit hole about what happens if you just kind of go into the what's it called, the recommended.
Yeah.
And from there I just started getting all these degenerate sexual videos and just weird ass thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah.
And now keep in mind, I completely own that one of the things that I really should have done is censor better. And I definitely posted some risky thumbnails that was really retarded me to do. But there was one point at which, towards the end, and it's what
But how are you
caused
going
me
to convey the point? How are you going to convey the point of what's being shown if you don't? I understand censoring it, but they have to still understand what they're looking at.
That was my whole thing.
What? You can't use your words to describe a thing? I mean, maybe not show the bad stuff? I mean, it is possible that you could, blur it out and just say this is what it is? I mean, you don't have to, if you're going to talk about something, you shouldn't be having such a poor censor job where it's kind of obvious. People could actually see it. That's just me.
That was my whole thing exactly. I didn't think that people would really understand how degenerate it was to me unless I was actually showing it. But so the last one that caused me to stop going down the rabbit hole was a thumbnail, and I'm going to describe this very carefully because I do not want my words minced. And I've described this consistently the way that I'm about to. It was what I thought was a kid. However, it is not even close to CP. It's nothing like that. It is.
Why do we have a picture of Joker Himpleton, and why do we have SpongeBob noises? What the fuck is this autism? And you know what the sad part is? The clean version that Byrne said in my chat would be so fucking boring. I know I'm bitching about this, but I think this will be more view-worthy to go over a stream than the basic dead air type of thing.
Within itself, what would be considered suggestive, right? And it doesn't show anything. It does not show anything explicit or anything like that, but it is certainly suggestive.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, within itself, is that super criticizable? Yes, 1000%. Like, should I have gotten my ass clapped for that? Yes. And guess what? Queeman did. He clapped my ass for it. And he, very embarrassingly, pointed out that it's not even a fucking kid. It's actually an adult. I didn't do my research because I just, like, assumed it was a kid, and so I didn't want to look into it, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so once that happened, I removed that part of the video, obviously, because I was like, Jesus Christ, that's embarrassing as fuck. Yeah. And, like, I was a complete retard for it. But that has now gotten twisted into I posted what I thought was child porn. Which, like, that is just, like, come on. Like,
yeah,
I'm, like, pedo adjacent now? Like, come on.
Well, that's their favorite thing, is to pedo check at people. Unless it's somebody like Lyric who pulls good numbers, and then it's perfectly fine, so.
Yeah.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Again, if you have something to use with lyrics, you not be singing this tune. Well, you do suck dick, I mean, but just stop with the cap. Oh wow, you're talking about the fucking lyric stuff. Oh wow, you're so brave. It's not like people have been talking about it before. Like, you make it sound like no one's talking about it. San spoke about it. Salvo talked about it. I think Keem talked about it. I think there were people that were talking about it. They brought this up. When lyrics was being propped up by Keem, Salvo fucking spoke about this. All of a sudden he left, I think once or twice, then he came back rejuvenated. So it's been talked about. It's been forgotten about for a bit, but it was talked about back during the COVID era. So you're not that smart, you're not that grand, you're not that great. I'm just saying, if you had all this time to be such a fucking nitpicker, why were you nitpicking with Magnetar during the interview of yours with K-Hug? You two were so fucking disinterested, you guys were so poorly ready for that fucking interview that you were like just in the fucking daze. And that's why you got what you got with Magnetar, because you were so ill prepared, you assumed shit, then Tommy C and Nicholas Iorio just kicked your ass. You got butthurt, you ran away from the internet, then you were crying on private Twitter, then you got called out by Bunny, and then you ran from the internet. You came to fucking Terry Island. You were bitching and complaining about people. You ran off before you got any pushback. And then you came back out of your fucking hole to talk shit about people and talk shit about Peepaw and talk shit about not recording. And yeah, that's why, like, you're not special. You're not. Like, the timeline I just gave to you, Maggot, shows that everything you say in the future, in this thing, is just like, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself.
Byrne, push back! Push back right now, Byrne! It's too bad I agreed Maggot on this one.
The thing about Lyrics that's interesting is, like, he, like, did get some of that pushback in the moment.
Yeah.
But then he, like, took that break, came back, and it was just all good.
Which is so weird. It's so weird because that doesn't happen for everybody. Yeah, that doesn't happen for everybody. So, because I mean, like, when my drama happened, I did leave Twitter for a good month or more, and you know, nothing ever ended for me. So I don't know.
You didn't make good content. Okay.
No, I don't get enough views.
You talk shit. People will still poking at you, but it wasn't to that point until you wanted to make that tweet about how D-Max got better numbers than now recording. You wanted to poke it, and then you want to talk about Matt Pitt's mom, and that's when Matt Pitt didn't give a fuck about the mom comment, but people close to Matt Pitt and everyone else gave a fuck because that was uncalled for. So that's why you still got shit. Wow. surprising, so brave, so whatever. Come on, Maggot. I mean, I know you too have the IQ of an unborn child, but let's keep up, shall we? I know it's hard. I know you're dumb. I know all the fucking intelligence came out of you after you popped up your kids. It's whatever. It's fine. But please be consistent.
That's what it is. I don't pull
Expose
up numbers.
Alberto or like expose Salvo in a stream. Okay.
The fuck I didn't. I will tell you this, okay? Nicholas DiOrio has a stream that is, I believe, now privated for whatever reason, Nick. But it's this stream where he's going over a bunch of shit related to Salvo. And a lot of the screenshots in that are from me, from their Discord server. So I actually did. Thank you, sir.
Well, and let me just be super clear on this and clarify real quick. If I can.
So she admitted that she took screenshots of Salvo's Discord and sent it to Nicholas DiOrio. So why should she not get shit from the community? Like, sure, I know people don't like Salvo, but if she could do that to Salvo, she could do it to anywhere else. Just because she gay ops an enemy of yours doesn't mean that person is incapable of gay opping you. Remember that.
Please. Because I know that like there's gonna be like 27 people watching this live right now that are gonna be like, yeah, but Himpleton defended lyrics and had a debate with Mr. Sin and lost, and I'm like, yeah, no, I know, I recognize that. I just want to acknowledge that so nobody can like be like he's flip flopping.
Yeah.
It's like no, I didn't even say.
No, Himpleton, why don't you go out and say that, you know, you begged Sen to debate you? Are you not going to talk about that? You should talk about that. Because it wasn't just a debate you begged for it, you pleaded for it because he said that you lied about your rape. And you tried to be a big boy and look what happened to you.
Like that he's evil or anything. I'm just saying that like it's really weird how he got shit in the moment and now like is just kind of fine, other than people like Sen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Don't worry, Himpleton. I also get accused of flip-flopping ever since my debate with Sen, ironically. Where Assistant Sailor tried to flip it on me, but unfortunately he didn't do any of his research, so it didn't work out. Matt Pitt also tried that, where I backstabbed lyrics for Sen. And I also like told Matt Pitt like you're retarded. Clearly that's not what happened. I didn't know anything about the Wally shit until Leia something dropped the document of like lyrics watching Aramaga Sensei. That's when I disavowed it immediately. So no, you'll get that over and over and over again, Himpleton. There's nothing you can do. Just like, yeah, whatever. You're retarded. Your mom's a sped. Hope your dad dies of cancer, and like you move on with your life. You know.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I don't want to give them the chance to even be like, it's funny that he's not acknowledging the fact that he like fucking defended lyrics.
So I guess I'll put it. I did intend on saying this anyways, but what I learned from the content that I watched today is I do think, Himpleton, that you have been very dishonest a lot, and you know, for me, I guess where I stand for everything, I do think that you have been dishonest. I think you probably fall into the bracket of somebody who is a liar, right? But the problem is that you fit right in with literally every single person in commentary, because they're all like that, and at some point they will all find their day, just like you, where they're outed for being a liar, you know. And so it's like I'm not gonna sit here and bash on you for something that I know that they're all guilty of. I can recognize that you are one, right? But so aren't all of them, you know.
Well, and I just want to be very, very.
I love how she groups everyone in commentary like they'll be liars. They'll find their day of reckoning. And it's like, people, it's human nature to lie. It's human nature to be inconsistent sometimes. Sometimes there are reasons for the inconsistency. But again, if you are someone that owns up to it, and if you're releasing information, you gotta have a good reason why you're releasing information. And you gotta be someone that, if you release the information or you got caught with it, you have to take responsibility for it. You gotta take your punishment, whatever that may be. But again, and Maggot will say this all throughout the interview, you know, I can't say this excuse me, she can't be like, oh, I did, everyone is a bad person, but I'm a bad person, so, like, I understand, but you shouldn't be saying that people are bad people when you did the same thing yourself, too. That's not how it goes. Like, if you're demonizing someone else's actions, but you do it, it just goes to show that everyone's susceptible for it. The best thing you can do in that situation is you gotta be honest with yourself, and you gotta be honest with the feelings you have towards an event, a drama, and a person. And just talk about it as clean and as honest and unbiased as you can. Sure, there'll be some biasness towards people that you don't like or you have such a thing for, but as long as you could keep the facts straight of what you know about an event, a drama, or whatnot, and you treat people nice, you shouldn't have any problem with it. Most people, I feel, overall, don't treat people well. They just go out and they just demean, use, break, trust ideas, whatnot, just for their own benefit. And then they get mad when it happens to them, and then they just blame everyone else. Like I said, it happens, but you just gotta learn how to react to it, and you gotta react to it in the best way possible, and don't act like a pussy. Don't act soft. Be a man. I'll be someone upstanding.
Be like clear about this, and this is something that I say honestly in private a lot to people. I have like I'm completely willing to take like full fucking accountability and responsibility for like any dishonest shit that I pulled. I like my big thing, and like people oftentimes think that I'm trying to make an excuse when I say this, but I'm not. And I'm gonna make it very apparent that I'm not. But like a lot of the stuff that I have lied about, which I recognize are objective lies, are usually, and this is just unfortunate, but like they're usually not intentional. And the only thing that I ever have a problem with is just kind of this painting that like I am this like horrifically malicious liar, whereas kind of the only thing that was certainly like malicious in the fact that it like kind of hurt other people and was very clearly intentional was the whole Xylee Beckett romantic gospel, which like I completely...
What? Okay, wait.
Wait, do you know more about that?
No, I need context for that.
Okay, great. So, okay, do you know who Romantic Goblin is?
No, I don't.
I don't think
Okay,
Matt gets into the ACC bullshit.
No.
Well, good. Yeah, good for you. So, Goblin. Okay, Goblin. Do you know who Kumo is?
I do. Yeah, the guy that wanted some girl to cut his name into her. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Okay, well, do you know Cinny Bear?
Yes, I have not watched a lot of coverage, but
you don't need to.
For certain, I've at least watched one or two videos, probably.
Yeah, as long as you have that context, that's literally all you need. So, Goblin was Kumo's like right hand lady when it came to the Cinny Bear stuff.
Got it. Yeah.
And she was in my server, and she was somebody that I associated with for a while.
Technically, you're an E-Whore for Echo Trilogy, and you're an E-Whore for your current E-boyfriend. So I love how you're talking about E-Whore this in Maggot. You are an E-Whore. You got paid to be an E-Whore, and your pictures are somewhere out in the wild. You should, just for your own peace of mind, you should open OnlyFans. So at least this way you could still make money off of your aging body. I mean, why? Chances are those pictures may be on other people's servers. So you might as well just get OnlyFans and do that equal moniker proudly, I guess.
He helped me with like gather some like videos for streams and stuff like that. And I had a stream, or not my stream, I was on a stream with Xylee and Beckett, where I was basically kind of given additional lore on Goblin that I was unaware of, in addition to some stuff that had already built from people like kind of talking to me in my server. And I made the decision based on like those two factors of Xylee and Beckett telling me, and people in my server like talking about stuff that she would do, to ban her from the server. And this is genuinely like my most soy, like retarded mistake of all. Okay, so she was like going through some like, and I'm not gonna get into this because I'm not around. Right? She was going through some very personal things that were very difficult, and she was schizophrenically melting down a lot. Yeah. And I was, like obviously it's soy because it's a fucking stranger on the internet, but like I was kind of worried about like what might happen if she thought that I like hated her. And so instead of just framing it in a polite way and being like, hey, like you're a huge liability right now, I'll like associate with you in private, but like I cannot do this in public right now, I threw Xylee and Beckett under the bus, but I didn't mention their names. And the reason I did that is because it was a members only stream by then. And so I thought if I didn't mention the names, it would never come back to them. Huh? And so I was just like,
what type of person are you to talk about like your liability? I don't want to talk to you publicly about talking to you in private. Like, what type of nonsense is that? What type of scum shit is that? I mean, if you give a fuck about a person's feelings, you should not worry about, again, you should not worry about what people say about your relationships with anyone. You should not. Like, let them talk about it. They'll find out through actions how it really is, but you shouldn't be like worrying about people's feelings about stuff. But then he thinks it's a members only stream, so you try to be coy about shit. And try to kind of insinuate that Xylee and Becca were going to... Yeah, let's continue.
Basically like some fucking high profile like streamers, like fucking like made it seem like if I didn't do this, like fucking rumors would be spread. And like that is, in my opinion at least, the most malicious thing that I've ever done. And like my thing too is I'm super open to like either one of you being like, oh well, this is something that I saw when I was like watching shit about you, and like,
and again, Byrne, if you're gonna do a clean version, why don't you add that context into the stream too? I'm just saying. Add to that point where he tries to insinuate shit about Xylee and Beckett. If you want to be fair, if you want to suck Himpleton's dick, if you want to go on a narrative, then don't do that. But again, you should be fair and put that in there too. Just like how you put the my stuff on, you're muted. You have the capability to do it. So do it for here.
This is actually worse in my opinion. And I would be like, okay, well let's talk about it. Like my point is that like I am very open to talking about these things, and I'm also very open to like taking responsibility for like the actual bad shit that I've done. The only time that you'll ever hear me bitch and complain is about how far things went.
I mean, I think it's different when you're like genuinely sitting down to what you view as like expressing yourself and being honest and transparent with people, and to have it turn into a situation where you're being dogpiled, or the person you're talking to is just throwing insults at you. Like, I feel like that's not really productive ever. And that's, from what I saw today, that's kind of what happened when you had your argument with Morale on Flatley's stream, which, by the way, Flatley, huge L on your part, because when Morale said he didn't have anything else, he should have been removed from the call, but instead, he stayed there for like an additional 20-30 minutes or whatever the fuck it was, so L on him. But
I didn't even catch that part. That's true, though.
Yeah, he should have been removed. I mean, because he didn't do that for anybody else that was coming in and out. He removed them. But for some reason, Morale stayed until the very end. But yeah, there's no way to have a productive conversation with somebody that just wants to hurt you.
Because Morale is better than Himpleton. Point blank, period. Clearly, in my personal opinion, we're just rocking with the hot hand or the hot creator at the time. That's how I see it. So, why would he give Himpleton charitability besides claiming that he's friends with Himpleton or he likes Himpleton? But other than that, why not keep Morale, who is a better content creator than Himpleton? I'm just saying.
And ultimately, that's why like I won't take part in a lot of things. Like I didn't go to the fucking Wall Smasher stream. Like I'm not gonna willingly put myself in a position where I'm like being mobbed, right? If I had gone to that stream, it would have been like 15 plus, if not more, people that all are there because they hate me. Like what productive is really gonna come out of that other than me just getting shit on continuously? Nothing.
Right.
The problem.
But Maggot, you seem to have a big ass mouth. You seem to talk a lot of shit behind the scenes, and they're saying behind the scenes. Now people can argue about Huggy. You talk shit on stream. You do this on stream. Yeah, it's public. Everyone can see it. I just talk shit and I don't engage. I don't care to. There's nothing in it for me to talk shit about. It's not enough for me to go into another person's stream to engage on it. If you want to talk to me, I should talk to you. You want to confront me on my thing. It's my viewership, it's my wherever. I want it. Right? Sure, you could stream sign me and do whatever, but at least it's in my Discord, my rules or whatnot. Because if you don't deem it important enough to come to my territory when I'm telling you you're a fuckboy, or whatever the case is, that's not important for me to go out of my way to make time for me to go on your stuff. But that's the difference with me and Maggot. Maggot's shit talking behind the scenes. She has a mouth of sailor. She'll call everyone the absolute till now the kingdom come. But she would never want to go one-on-one. Again, supposedly her and Barwick are great friends. Barwick could say, hey, let me have it one-on-one. And then we go like this. Barwick did it for Dave. He did it for Dave. He did it for, I think, Byrne at one point. I think he did it for a few people. Like, you don't think he could extend that? You are part of the Wall Smashers community. But again, she uses any excuse in the book, I'll be a dark pal, and people are not gonna, give me a fair shot. That's cope. You know it's cope. You know you have the power to ask for the rules of engagement, but you can't even handle one-on-one encounters. I'm so confused at this. You couldn't even debate Matt Pitt. You fucking lost. You lost in that moment. There have been times on Turn Island where I distinctly remember when Matt Pitt was shit talking you curled up like a bitch. And then you took an anger on me at times. You took an anger on other people, so I'm so confused on that. It's cope. You're bad. You're bad at this. You are a brat by every stretch of imagination. You talk a lot of shit, but when you get fucked, you whine and you curl up. So
The problem is that you can't reason with these people. You just cannot. And it's a hard thing to learn, and it's something that I'm still learning to this day, okay? But you have to come to terms with, you just cannot reason with these people. And I would say the reason I believe this is because if you look at certain people who exist in the community,
Yeah.
I want to preface this by saying that I have no issue with Xylee, whatever. However, Xylee is of an older age group. She's actually close to my mom in age. And, like, she's a little bit older than Tommy C, etc. To me, for people like that to exist in this space, it suggests quite a big level of immaturity. So you can only imagine if somebody like that is existing here, who should be, for all intents and purposes, off living a real life and doing a 9-to-5 and taking care of their kids, grandkids, whatever, right? Then what about the younger people that are in this space who have no life? They're like 10 times worse than the older people in this space that have no life. I don't know if that makes.
my guy, you're a mother with a 12-year-old kid. Shouldn't you be offline and taking care of them kids? Or is the babysitter taking care of the kids while you are streaming in the background? Or is your kid or is your 12-year-old being the real parent of the house? Like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Xylie's age. She should be doing a 9 to 5 real job. What about you, bitch? You're a mother. You should be out focusing on your kids rather than being on a show called Wallbangers. I mean, like I said, she says about a lot of people, but she don't. But then she'll quickly do the little modify. But yeah, but me too. But if it's me too, then you should be mentioning it.
Makes sense.
Right. No, it does make sense.
Well,
it does.
I don't know about that about Xylee. I don't know what
Shut up, okay? Shut up, ball liquor, okay? I have no problem with Xylee. We're not polishing. Xylee, I'm not polishing your balls right now, okay?
I'm back on you, okay?
I'm saying her age. Byrne. Okay, Byrne.
Has some worth, okay?
I mean, but Byrne.
Do you think most people her age, on average, are taking part in the kind of things that she takes part in?
I mean, Tommy C does it.
That is one person. Do you think most people in her age demographic are taking part in the things that she takes part in?
You know the 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds in this space that do
I
this.
can tell you right now, there's not that people as older than that. And again, it's not that many. It's like maybe a handful of people. But like, I can tell you right now, if I went to my mom, who's in a similar age group, and I was like, hey, do you know a Nicholas Diorio or a Turkey Tom? Or she'd look at me like I was retarded. She would have no fucking idea what's going on. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm.
I think your mom thought you were retarded well before that. I think your mom looked at you retarded when you have them kids. I think that's the case. So don't worry, your mom still thinks you're fucking retarded. But besides all that, that's a really bad example. In order for that question to make... First of all, how will your mom know about these people if she doesn't watch YouTube? Or she doesn't do content creation? It's like if you ask someone about the royal family. If you don't follow the royal family to a T, how would you know any about this shit? And also, dummy, Xylee was part of another community before she became part of the commentary community. She was part of the T challenge. She's been through shit. So she's known about this life for a while. She's seen wild shit. So her background is way different from most people's. So that is a really bad example. So I'm just saying that when people say that, oh, my parents don't know who this person is, yeah, because they were never introduced to it. You can't. No one can know about that unless they're not introduced to it. So, and by the way, they're YouTubers. They're not pop icons. They're not on the TV.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a level of immaturity that comes with existing in this space, and I would even own that for myself, too. Like, even somebody my age, in their 30s, early 30s, existing in this space, even that is immature, right? So you have to wonder how much worse it is for people who are even younger existing in this space. Like, I can only imagine it's just, like, World War III all the time, I don't know.
Okay, this is a war.
Well, and I'm gonna have, like, the pussy-ass, like, middle ground opinion between y'all. Like, I think that, like, Xylee herself would probably admit that, like, she... not necessarily as immature, but like has like, you know, at the very least like an immature style of like entertainment and like humor. And I'll tell you what, if that's not something she would say, she will yell at me and tell me that.
This is coming from someone that has a clip of them wearing a Joker makeup. Or someone else immature or they're content immature. Just saying.
So that we'll just see what happens there. But you know, I mean, I think
I'm not trying to say immaturity as an insult. I'm just like...
No, I'm not either.
To me, it's a fact. To me, it's just a fact. Because I look at the large majority... Because you have to understand that, like, commentary, and especially the kind of commentary that we exist in, is so small and niche compared to the rest of the world. There are not many people in that age demographic that are going to be doing that kind of shit, you know?
Yep.
Anything else on this Xylee talk?
No, and again, it's not a slight to Xylee. I have no problem with Xylee. I'm just making a point, so...
I will say too.
Ball licking, according to Maggot. So I'm sweeping for Maggot. I'm ball licking for
Xylee, yeah, fuck you, ball licker.
I just can't escape anything. Goddamn. I sweep for Himpleton.
Well, and let me just say real quick. like, there are people right now who are screaming at their monitors and being like, "Wait, but Himpleton, the other day you went on this rampage and, like, you said mean things to Xylee."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was, like, fucking around. I called her an old hag witch. Like, that was kind of a classic Augie thing, and it got me the Augie RFC follow.
Not as good as the follow, but okay.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, he also followed me probably to laugh at me, which I'm really fine with. It is what it is. But, you know, my point is just, like, I don't actually really have a problem with her either, and with both Xylee and Beckett, because of kind of the level of retardation that I had with that whole goblin thing, I've been pretty consistent in saying I completely understand why they think I'm a snake and they don't like me. So
if only they were self-aware enough to know that they're the same. It's crazy. It never happens though.
Yeah.
You don't agree with
Hold on. Okay, what else?
Well, I think we're all cut. I think that is. I think you're right in the fact that, like, that is the average, right? Like, the average, like, low shitter commentary person is going to be a fucking snake and a liar, and a snake oil salesman to a certain degree.
Right.
And, like, the people who aren't are going to be the fucking outliers.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I see most of the people in this space kind of the same. A lot of followers, not a lot of leaders, and it shows in.
As the person that's the most followed, that follows the most, how can you say that when you yourself are not a leader? Like that type of shit gets to me. How can a follower recognize someone to be a leader? There, like, again, it takes something for someone to be a leader. And again, most people who are just starting now, you know, they don't have their legs under them. And again, Maggot, you're an orbiter. You follow K-Huck. You follow fucking Wall Smashers. You followed fucking Byrne. You follow a lot of people because you want to stay relevant. You don't. A true leader is someone that does this stuff by themselves for themselves. Sure, they have help, but majority of the representation on YouTube is on them. Hell, let's not use the word leader. Their own person. Or they're their own people. And, you know, and sure, there'll be a lot of people that have the same mindset on views and whatnot, but, again, it takes someone else it takes another type of person to see evidence, see the fact that it's not what the narrative is, and then speak on that. And also, it takes that one type of person to not jump on drama as soon as it happens. Most people, if they're smart, will let the stuff marinate for a bit, wait until the dust settles, then talk about it. Because if you talk about it right then and there, you may miss contacts that will be discussed maybe after the fact or shown after the fact. And then you have to do another stream or another video to clarify stuff, and it's just like a lot of busy work. You should do one go and one go only. So again, Maggot, shut the fuck up about borrowed leadership. All three of you guys are followers. You follow certain people for your relevance.
How people act and behave about things, and it's why in situations like this you end up essentially being shit on by an entire community, you know, because all the viewers, orbiters, whatever, they don't have any real thoughts of their own. They're just going off whatever the fucking most popular person they listen to is saying, right? So if that person doesn't like you, exactly. I love Nintendo Mail. Nintendo Mail, you have disappointed me. You have disappointed me greatly, sir, is what I'm gonna say. But you took me off my train of thought. Now you fucking asshole. Nintendo Mail. That made me depressed. But they have no thought of their own. Yeah, they are. They have no thought of their own. And I'm even guilty of this. I'm guilty of this, okay? When I existed in the community, frequently, bullshit, you are not. I guarantee you that you are. You just do not want to admit it. I am guilty of this, too, of being a part of these dog piles and being part of these like, groupthink things. Everybody is. And that can happen outside of the internet as well, right?
I ain't dog pile anyone.
Byrne,
Shut the fuck up, Byrne.
I guarantee you I guarantee you
Byrne,
that it has happened.
I'm a pure commentary channel, okay?
You faggot, bro.
Byrne, merely by existing, like, Maggot is right about this. Like, if you exist within this community and are, like, you know, in the community as in, like, actually interacting with it, you're going to dogpile. Like, I mean, I was absolutely guilty of this.
Doesn't count.
That's part of the reason why, you know, I'm staying solid and keeping my live streams private is because I mean, first of all, I haven't even watched through them again, but, like, I can just imagine that there's a lot of stuff that I probably don't stand by.
Yeah.
And, like, of course, that comes from a place of hypocrisy, because I only cared about that when it happened to me, but, like, sometimes that's what you need to, like, change your perspective.
That's how it is for everybody. Literally everybody only cares when it happens to them. And it's just like the same people who are going to have something horrible to say about this, right? At some point, that could very well be them, and it probably will be, because realistically, it does happen to everybody at some point in this community. It's just whether you can, I guess, ignore and bear through the bullshit and the vindictiveness and the maliciousness and the lies. If you can bear through that and make it up the other side, then fine, keep existing, right? But I think for most normal people, once they see it, they can't unsee it. Like, there's no going back, and that's what it's been like for me, too. Like, once I realized how these people were, I cannot even tell you how dumb I felt looking back at the people in this community that I have defended and gone to bat for so many times, and not a single one of them was there for me publicly when I dealt with my bullshit. Not a single one.
I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, and that day can come for literally, because remember, I'm not really a content creator. Most people will tell you I'm not a content creator. I'm an orbiter for all extents and purposes. So for the orbiters watching this, it can happen to you any day. It can happen to you anytime. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you're friends with. It doesn't matter whose fucking balls you lick, Byrne. It's gonna happen at one point or another.
I don't lick anyone's balls. Fuck you. Okay, Maggot, I get the Boblax follow. I'm better than you by default. Okay?
I had the Boblax swallow when I was on Twitter.
I
had Boblax. I had
Byrne,
Tom.
why is that your legacy, dude? That's like
yeah,
your
really.
legacy.
Yeah, because I had Tom, I had Augie, I had Willie Mac, I had Boblax, I had lots of people. Lots of people. Okay, buddy.
Okay, wait, Maggot, did you have the flamenco follow, though?
No, that dude blocked me like a long time ago.
You're the biggest loser here, then, Maggot. You don't have the flamenco TV.
I know you're not calling me a loser when you were supposed to get him on Wall Smashers and never did. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, you better not even.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, never mind. We're good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now you shut the fuck up, huh? Okay.
I mean,
I see how it is.
I was never supposed to get him on Wall Smashers. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, we were gonna get him on Wall Smashers.
When he was in the Boblax server going off when Boblax got outed, and I was just talking to him like a normal human being. I saw Kristen R cover that, and he had some comments to say about me not like calling like flamenco a pedophile off the gate.
Kristen R is a fucking faggot who only repeats what other people think. I'm sorry. Kristen Ark's
insightful contribution, when I like got all the shit I did, was I never liked him, and it's like, okay, of course.
But yeah, when I was in that Discord talking to flamenco, no, it is what it is.
As soon as I got into shit, and as soon as I started removing people from my private Twitter, it became open season to post about me. People like Chris, Leia, you name it, bro. And some of them I even tried to reach out to about why I was removing them from my private Twitter, like Leia, and I was told to fuck off. So, you know. Look, okay, you know, I don't even care, bro. If I'm anti-commentary, I'm anti-fucking-commentary, because fuck whatever this fucking commentary is. Commentary is supposed to be opinion-based. This shit is not fucking opinion-based, okay? It's not. It's groupthink. It's a couple, no, it's a bunch of people in a fucking popularity contest. And whoever can be the biggest ball wazer fucking wins. It's not commentary, it's not opinions. Okay, so because if you have an opinion you don't agree with, they'll run you off.
Wait, Byrne, before you say that.
It's a popularity contest. You guys just spent the last couple of minutes talking about who follows who. The Boblax follow, the Kristen Knock follow, the Willie Mac follow. Shut the fuck up, you content-driven whores. Oh, Kristen Knock is an F-slur. Yeah, my guy, why don't you fucking say this shit? Like, why are you hiding behind a bullshit fucking podcast, Maggot? Like I said, you have the mouth for it. You love to talk your shit. But you wait until you're in a hug box where someone else makes you feel safe for you to talk that shit. Like again, your downfall happened because you fucked up. You opened your mouth on that recording. You opened your mouth about Magnetar. You blocked. You fucking talk shit. You did a lot of stuff. Like, it was so, you were a so bad fate that you had to force Assistant Sailor to acquiesce to your fucking demands for a debate, which I don't know why the fuck he acquiesced to debates, to where the fucking debate was like a erectile dysfunction. It was like so bad. Like, you have all this chutzpah about people, but why don't you put it out there and just say it face to face? But but like I said, you're comfortable where you're at. You're comfortable doing your little podcast with Byrne. Which, by the way, whatever happened to that other podcast you were supposed to do with Dave? I thought you and Dave were supposed to do a podcast together. Did that die out? I don't know, but hey, do your thing with Byrne, I guess, and still talk shit, but then be cope and be a victim blamer. I'll play victim. Blame everyone about your fucking life, I guess. Popularity contest. It's a popularity contest where you guys talk about Twitter files like it means something. Oh well. Oh, what the fuck.
I just have one thing to say to loop back to Leah something, which is, Maggot, let's be honest. Nothing of value is lost.
That is true. I was actually thinking, okay, when I watched the conversation between you and Morale, Leia's not a part of AWT anymore. She hasn't been for a while, right? Okay.
Because of me, but yes.
Fuck her. Good.
Dude,
Good.
thank fucking God. Thanks for getting that fucking snake-ass bitch out.
I remember distinctly that on several occasions she has talked about how you need to handle these kind of things with sensitivity and, blah, blah, blah. But yet here's Morale saying that you faked your rape, and because you didn't have proof of a rape that happened when you were 11, it clearly just isn't real and didn't happen. Where are these bitches?
Huh?
What?
Oh, do you want to know where they are? You want to know where they are, Maggot?
was.
They're in the chat. They're in the chat, cheering him on.
Miss
Yep.
Optics
Oh my
herself
God.
was in chat, cheering on Emral when he was calling Himpleton's rape fake, and all she said was, "Yeah, Himpleton's a liar." So Miss
I cannot,
Optics,
man. I cannot, man.
Miss Optics.
Wait, time out. Hey, Byrne. Simple question. When Himpleton was getting destroyed by Morale on Flatly's stream regarding him faking his rape, where were you? Why didn't you, the Himpleton defender, come in and help Himpleton with the debate? What happened? Bro, the simple fact that Himpleton was treated like a piece of meat during that whole stream, and not one person defended him, goes to show you that Himpleton's a fucking idiot. He put his trust in the wrong fucking people, and Byrne is out here trying to talk about, oh, look at later something, talk about Himple this, Himple that. Where were you, bitch? Where were you? I mean, if you had to do something important, okay, but why? I mean, I doubt it. 1 second. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But where were you when Himpleton was getting mobbed? You could have helped him. You could have eased his pain. You could have helped him out, but Flowley didn't care. Flowley didn't care. Who else was it called? Kristen didn't care. No one on that show cared for Himpleton. They cared enough to make sure he didn't sketch you out before the bloodbath happened. But during and even after that, there was no aftercare for Himpleton. There was no helping Himpleton. Again, I still argue that if it wasn't for me saying Joe didn't give a fuck. I mean, no one cared. Like, it was not until I said something in the chat where, like, hey, where's the moderation team? And Joe, the fucking drunk, wanted to talk about, oh, Flawley's moderating, but he's playing Call of Duty. Like that's an answer. Like, you retard. You wasted space. You fucking wino. How is that an answer? How can someone moderate while playing fucking Call of Duty? Like, you're there, how about you say something, retard? The thing I love about that community, the AWT community, is the fact that they'll fuck one another before they'll fuck each other before they fuck someone else. And what I mean by that is, he'll mention something about Kinetic in the Byrne thing, but Joe, when he had that whole thing with Morale during it Byrne stream, Joe was like, I'm a moderator. Like, no. Yeah. When Morale said to Joe to be out of the call, he says, I'm part of AWT. I ain't going nowhere. This is my show. Blah, 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 right? And he was big. He was trying to have a big chest about stuff. And then, when it would come time for him to take ownership of the show, and not making sure like Morale was the star of the show, he didn't do anything. He just stood there like a bitch in the corner and allowed Morale to fuck Himpleton like the whore Himpleton is. But when it was Byrne stream, he wanted to talk about like, oh, I'll kick Morale because I have my power. Like, the fake bravado is amazing and it's just astounding. And now they want to talk about Leia being in the chat. Look, I have my things for Leia. Leia doesn't like me. Leia thinks all these bad things about me. Great, God bless. Whatever the case is. But I can control how I think about other people. And what I think of Leia is this. Leia, when it came to the whole revenge porn stuff with Echo, she blew the whistle on it. When it came to Maggot, she blew the whistle on it. Her fucking take about the dick thing and the 15-year-old was dog shit, and she should be reminded of her bad takes from here on out. That was so fucking stupid. Anyways, but with the Maggot stuff, the revenge porn stuff, the stuff with Himpleton, like, she's been right about those situations. I mean, it's like I said, she was right about, I think Byrne and her got into an argument and Byrne had to bend the knee from what I remember. So there are times when Leia can be right about stuff. So let's not discount that. Has she been wrong about stuff? Of course. People can be wrong. People are wrong about a lot of stuff. So I don't understand where the snake bitch thing is. Because, Himpleton, your friends in that debate didn't help you. They left you to die for content. They left you to... And I don't even think Flally got paid. He didn't get donated all that much on the stream. I think there were a few dollars here, a few dollars there. So practically you got destroyed practically for free. Now, it wasn't not even a members only stream where Flally could earn money for it. It was just no donations, no nothing. You got destroyed for free. Your friend snaked you, so for you to call Leia a snake, it's like you should call everyone you say a snake. You should be bad-mouthing everyone. Instead of playing patty cake with the idea.
Things that left AWT because I made fun of Beckett's audience was cheering on Emrau when he was calling out Himpleton's supposed fake rape.
Well, and when she was like the reason, this is really funny. The reason that she gave to me, like for why she like had to block me or whatever, which like already faggoty as fuck, but like she's like Himpleton, you're too close to the jar story. I can't have another Kumo happening. I'm out. And then I'm about to respond to it and be like, okay, I get it, sure. And then she blocked me on fucking Discord. And I was like, okay, faggot, Jesus.
She really is. I will never let this go. Badwick had a group chat. It was called like the Bubble Tea group chat or whatever. I don't give a fuck about leaking. Fuck y'all. And there was a bunch of people in there. I was in there. Leia was in there. Matt Pitt, etc. Right? I don't remember what the subject was that they disagreed upon, and I want to put that out there. But I distinctly remember that there was some sort of subject that her and Matt Pitt disagreed upon. And once she knew that Matt did not agree with her, within a minute, she changed her stance to be like, yeah, Matt, you're right. I can't. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot. I can't. I just, with people like that, and that's how a lot of people in this space are. A lot of them are like that. They're just not as roided out and fucking retarded as Leia, but a lot of them are like that, so.
Yeah.
They'll switch on a dime.
There's a lot of people like that, but, you know, I don't know.
So I heard I won some Spurgies, Byrne. Is that true?
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, everyone in this call, except for me, has won a Spurgie. Himpleton stole mine because he's a fucking ape, because you're an ape.
Yeah, sorry that we're like way cooler than, more loser than you are.
Well,
I have to Bowblacks follow, so I'm already cool.
Yeah, sorry we're bigger losers than you did.
Sorry that the Bowblacks
Way cooler and more Spurgy than you. I love the joke flex. It's so, oh my god, such a joke flex.
follow. Yeah, I'm cooler than you. You know what? I may have lost the Spurgie, but I got the best Spurg ever. I got the Bowblacks. Okay, fuck you, Himpleton.
Why would you call your king a Spurg, dude? Why would you call your king a Spurg? That's kind of fucked up.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, Byrne, were you up for the? Because I know the rivalry. Were you in the Matt Pitt Spurg, like most Spurgiest rivalry? Were you in that?
No, that was you and Matt Pitt. Bro,
no, I know who won. I know who won. No, I know who won, but were you a part of that voting category?
I was not part of that.
No,
it was like Spurgiest newcomer, isn't that what you were up for?
Yeah, I was supposed to get the Spurgiest newcomer, and here comes Himpleton, who already got a Spurgie, and Toxic Piplup and all them let them steal. For you, Himpleton, they're all now recording are a bunch of fucking thieves.
Well, you know that
they're glazing.
But Byrne, can we be honest? The only reason I won is because of that acceptance speech that I first, like the first acceptance speech.
Nah, fuck your acceptance speech. I deserve that. I deserved it. Okay, I can't get next year. I can't get newcomer next year, retard.
Wait, who?
Well, you can get a different Spurgie, dude.
I told you or Badwick to accept mine. Did nobody accept mine?
Matt Pitt did. With the
that's not what I wanted. I wanted Badwick or you.
It's okay, Maggot.
He did the
Morale accepted mine, so.
Who?
Morale.
Yeah, I was supposed to call in and do it on like Himpleton's behalf. I had a whole bit planned where I steal his Spurgie and make it mine. And no, they brought in MRAL, and then they brought up the 11-year-old thing, and he just pretended he didn't know anything was going on when it comes to 11-year-old consent.
That guy is I do not like him. I do not like that guy at all.
Don't say that, Maggot. You'll have to go on the live stream and debate why you don't like him.
I just watched a little bit of that earlier, and I was so mad when I was watching it because I was like, who the fuck needs a reason to not like somebody? There is so many. I hate to come.
They're because they're a human being, and people have every reason. There's a reason for every action. That's why. Like, it's good to have reasons, because if you don't have a reason, then you're very impulsive. Then you are fucking mentally ill. That's why. Oh, I don't like that person. Why? I just don't like them. Is it because of their personality? Is it because of that? Like, what is it? Well, I just don't like them. Like, that's unhinged behavior. That's just really weird behavior. It's like, I think it's a very fair question, but, okay, fine. You just don't like someone because you don't like someone. Okay, great.
Come back to Matt Pitt, but I have to because it's the perfect example, okay? Matt Pitt from day one never liked me as soon as I began existing in this space. Does he need a reason? No. No, he doesn't. Why does anybody else need a fucking reason to dislike somebody? I've disliked many of in my day, okay? And I'm allowed to do that. We live in a free country.
Well,
like,
that's right. It's one word, Maggot. It's within everyone. Ego. That's the one word that we have to listen.
That was crazy it was really crazy to watch that and hear them, like, actually coming down on you about why you didn't have a reason for not liking him. Like, that is actual insanity. And it's so funny because all of their debate bro bullshit is like, wow, I can't believe that's crazy. I can't believe you said it. It's like, y'all are crazy. You don't need a reason to not like somebody.
Then I needed to debate. Then I needed to debate, bro, on why I'm friends with Himpleton. It's like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Well, dude, I had to. Okay, I mean, y'all, this is like, we've already talked about this, but it's like these people are like the king of like debate broing, like random shit that shouldn't be debate broed, including like if you got raped. Okay, like nothing's off limits here.
That's crazy.
So like, I do wish, Byrne, the only way that I wish you would like handle that differently is I wish that you had just been like, yeah, I hate the way you sound.
Yeah.
Just like given like a super mundane reason. Like,
I wish you would have just said
yeah,
it.
like I just I hate your like profile picture. I think that like everything about you is faggoty.
Yeah.
I think
Because then they would have.
You could have used that. Why didn't you use that line of thinking when Morale asked you why you didn't like him? Oh, I understand why you didn't do that. Because the fucking flu, right? The flu destroyed your frontal cortex and you couldn't give that stupid reason why you don't like someone. There, got it. Like, yo, guys, let's be honest with ourselves here. You could just say I just don't like someone and it's private. I don't want to discuss it. You could say that. But again, if you were shown in DM shit talking people, if you allegedly told Morale to his face in another recording thing, then I guess you have a reason. And let's not forget, Byrne admitted that he got mad that Morale changed his tune about the Chugga Conroy stuff, and to Byrne it made Byrne look stupid. So Byrne doesn't like to feel stupid, but I thought we had said in this stream that you shouldn't care what people think or say. So why be concerned about what people say or do on their own accord? It's like people in this community are being the puppets, and some of them are the puppeteers, and they're just tugging at the strings, making you feel like shit or making you feel bad or whatnot. Like, what is this? Yeah. Oh, hold on 1 second.
You should have just said what excuse me. You should have just said what Cathonic said, was that you didn't like him because he made you look dumb about the fucking whatever. What's that guy's name? You know his name.
Okay, and
Yeah,
not
because he made you look dumb about that.
Not to throw shade at Chthonic, but he also brought up on that stream that I played Rust.
You are throwing shade, and this was the point I made. So I don't know what Byrne is using the point I made or whatnot, but I made this point. Why the fuck is Scooby-Doo coming on the stream and making mention that you played games with Morale? That's your friend. Your friend is not supposed to be given ammunition to make his other friend look bad. It's... Again, that community, AWT, it just... They will destroy each other before they destroy others. Chthonic did that. Chthonic told everyone Byrne played games with Morale, even though he doesn't like him. Like, how is that conducive to Byrne's argument? I mean, if Morale had said it, then that would be a great gotcha to Byrne. But it's your friend that's giving the information. You guys are idiots. You guys, I don't, like, again, if you guys are worried about the revenge point stuff coming to your front door, or the echo stuff rearing its ugly hair on you, don't worry. You guys will fuck each other, you guys will fuck things up for you guys yourselves before anyone else fucks you over. I think the only person that will get away clean is Flally, because Flally is competent, and Flally has other ventures besides YouTube, and he has connections. Everyone else does, and Byrne doesn't have connections to like a Cam Nuggets or a Skibbity or whoever. Like, Chtonic's fucking burnout. Remember Chthonic could get like a Xylee if Xylee feels bad for him? Maybe Liana. Maybe I'm saying these are maybes. Flawless can get these people, and he could make content till time immemorial. Everyone else will be fucked. Byrne will have his Spurgs. He'll have his own set of fools like like a Maggot edit, a Himpleton. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings Doug into the mix just to bring that huggy flair to him. So, yeah.
Rust with Emerald. It's like, who gives a fuck that I played Rust with Emerald?
I don't care. I played Fortnite with Angry Slug. I played Fortnite with Angry Slug.
Yeah.
Are me and Angry Slug friends? No.
When it comes to the fucking quote-unquote friend group, we all played Minecraft with fucking Pedophile of Tragedy, okay? So it's not like, you played Rust with him. You were trying, like...
You guys, again, it took you 3 weeks to out-pedo a tragedy. It took you 3 weeks. Again, you guys are when shit was breathing down your neck. Leia ousted him. But again, Joe found out and told Bunny, but the official statement came from Leia. So I just want to make that clear. So when it finally broke, that's when everything came down on Echo. Echo is a piece of shit. Echo is this, Echo is that. Even though Echo had shown that he was a piece of shit with the Emmy logs, he was a piece of shit with Ivana. He was a piece of shit to a lot. He almost made Doug kill himself. Like, all of a sudden, the people that you held in high regard, or like common decency, was not displayed by Echo, but you guys just sucked his dick because he was funny. He was a diversity hire. I don't fucking know. So the signs were there, but all of a sudden, this particular incident was what broke the camel's back, not the other stuff. So again, when Maggot talks about lyrics, okay, cool, but you guys swept for Echo with the Emmy logs and the other DMs that were leaked. Let's be fair here. You guys got blood on your hands just like people have blood on their hands when it comes to lyrics and stuff. Like, I'm confused on that. People were telling you Echo is a bad person. Everyone, Slug told you, I said something. There were people that spoke up about Echo, but you guys wanted to plug your ears and bury your head in the sand because Echo was a friend. He was a friend until he was no longer useful to y'all. Remember that. Echo is your guys' cross to bear. Echo was someone that you swept for many times over. Until you couldn't sweep no more. Until the dustpan was broken. So, yeah.
Well, aren't you like friends? Like, no. I
You never
wasn't friends
told
with
me you
Echo
didn't
Tragedy,
like
but I still
me.
played fucking Minecraft with him.
You never told me you didn't like me. Like, what does that matter? I don't think it would have gone over better if you did.
That shit too, bro. I hate all these fucking retards on Twitter that call me like you're just not rememberable. Like you're not even like you're not even like there's no memory of you. It's like it doesn't change the fact I told him in front of Xylian Core, Sliggins, and all these other people I didn't like him. So it doesn't change the fact I told you to your face I didn't like you. But according to Hellbent,
Well, Sliggins was probably. I mean, let's be honest. Sliggins was probably too fucking crunk to remember that. So it's as if you had never said it at all. But remember, everybody. No, remember. Sliggins will start talking to me again once I have my life together. Remember that.
Jesus Christ, it's over. It's over.
Oh, I don't give a shit anymore.
There's so many drunks. There's so many drunks in this community.
Bro, I don't drink or smoke, and I'm better than half of you.
I believe you only because
I don't either.
you're
I'm sober as a gopher, motherfucker.
I don't drink. I think it's degenerate. But anyway.
I mean,
That's true. That is
French,
true. It is.
but, like, I agree with you.
I'm sorry. I have to go on a Flatly live stream to debate why drinking is cringe. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
Flatly.
drinking? Give 20
Al Flatly,
reasons.
though. Like, for real, he's been taking a lot of L's recently. In my
what way?
opinion. In my opinion.
Yeah,
That debate,
why, say more. Say
that
more.
debate where he had Himpleton and Emrau on. Emrau said he didn't have anything else, but yet he still stayed in the call for like another 30 fucking minutes. Why did he stay in the call if he didn't have any?
Because Himpleton is better than you and he knows it. Flawley knows it. Shut the fuck up, you fucking wench. You fucking you cum dumpster junior. Shut up. Himpleton is, I mean, not Himpleton, Morale is better than y'all. Morale is the star of the show. Morale is the guy. Shut the fuck up. Flatley's not stupid. Why would he kick Morale out? Like, you're stupid. That's like saying, let's just say Nicholas Diorio was in VC with Commentary Hell. Would anyone in Commentary Hell kick Nicholas Diorio out? Or Chud Logic out? Or Queenman out? Think really hard about that, stupid.
Anything else to debate Himpleton about? Why was he still there? But he tries so hard to make it unbiased and etc., but then he does shit like that, and it's like, the dude literally said he has nothing else. Why did he say? Like, he didn't do that for anybody else that called in.
I'm not gonna lie. Flatley being unbiased in this situation is not true.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not true. And like I said, I have my own qualms with Flatley anyway. So.
What's your qualms,
dude?
Flatley.
Wait. Before she gets into it, though, I just want to say real quick, Flatley being unbiased in that situation is like saying that like the Confederacy was all just for like states' rights. Okay, like I don't like. Come on.
Right, but you have to understand that these people say these things, and it's just like
Himpleton trying to look smarter than he actually is. Oh, Flatley, you just like to shout and shut up. Stop trying to sound smart when you're not really smart. Like you're trying to use historical metaphors, like you're about that life. Stop. Just say it. Flatley's not. Flatley fucked you, and you liked it. And you allowed them to get fucked. You fell for the trap. You took the bait, and you got fucked. Admit, Flatley's smarter than you. Chris is smarter than you. They all gaslit you into debating morale. You took it. You got fucked. No one helped you. Now you fucking rocking back and forth like trauma. And now you want to shit talk Flatley. This is why, Hempy, you should just have your own thing. You should address the allegations on your own show, free from any bullshit. You control the narrative. You control the pressure. And that's it. If you want to have callers, you can have callers. If you don't want to have callers, don't have callers. And just keep it that way. But by you fucking saying that, I'm going to go on Twitter, wait for Becca's video to come out, and then fucking address it there and then be done with it. You know, it's pushy shit. I mean, you clearly didn't adhere to your own advice because you were on this Wallbangers episode. Graded A for autism. And bright lights. Talking shit. I don't know, man. Maybe you have more to say than what Twitter can handle. Oh, hold on.
Like, if you say something, right, and maybe you didn't really mean it, maybe it was a joke, whatever, right? But people harp on you endlessly about it, okay? And that's what I'm doing right now. Because if it was anybody other than him, they would harp on it endlessly that he did that. Just like when Byrne has a conversation with me or whatever, it's like, you didn't push her on this and you didn't push her on this. I'm just holding them to the same standard that they hold everybody else by saying that it's fucked up that he let Emerald stay in there.
Well, like, what is, like, I'm sorry if this is like, you don't have to answer this, obviously, like, this is y'all's show, but, like, what are your crimes, Maggot? Like, I don't even understand, like, what you did.
You don't know why? Okay. So I guess it starts at the beginning of the year for me. Oh, God, I really hate revisiting. I feel I get PTSD.
Oh, you don't have to.
Well, do you know about the Magnetar drama? You must.
Oh, yeah, with
okay.
D-Max?
Yeah. So that's my crime. That's my crime. That's where it starts anyways. And then most recently, my crime has been shit-talking an ex-co-host in DMs, apparently. So, and I guess, yeah, as far as Assistant Sailor goes, I guess there are several occasions where he has said that I'm inconsistent because I guess on Twitter forever ago I said, well, you shouldn't defend your friends just because they're your friends, but then I defended a friend. It's almost like it's different when you're in that position than being an outsider on that position. I don't know.
Yeah.
So those are my crimes, I guess. And well, they try to say that I took like a bunch of money from K-Hook.
What?
Like wrongfully, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of lore here.
I was shit talking her. I was shit talking her while still taking money, but that's not really accurate.
I mean, to be
Well, see,
fair,
like-
while Maggot was going through all that, Himpleton was starting his downfall.
So true.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, can we just like be like so like transparent here? Like,
Mhm.
similar to the way that people have treated me. Like, I didn't know anything other than like when you reminded me about the Magnetar thing. I did know that,
Yeah.
but like other than that, I didn't know anything like about like what actually was like getting you like fucking canceled, quote unquote, or whatever. And like, dude, I thought you were like a fucking. Well, like obviously I knew this wasn't like the case, but like the way they treat you, I thought you were a fucking baby raper. Like
Yeah.
I thought you were like a fucking terrorist.
I
who,
mean,
like,
that's
did
how they
horrible
act.
things to children.
That is how they
Welcome to
act.
Commentary, Himpleton. Welcome to commentary.
And remember, quite a few of these people I was close to. Because I was in commentary for... There's this year where all the drama happened, and then last year, and I think probably mid of the year. So I was in commentary for like a good year and a half, if not a little bit more, or whatever, before all this drama happened. But like, there were a lot of these people I was friendly with, and when all this drama happened, they just kind of turned around and acted like they didn't know who I was as a person. And I even had some of them who, months down the road, were pretending to be my friend just so they could leak things that I said and did. So.
God, do I know both of those way too well?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, that hasn't
But we're the
happened
crazy
yet.
ones. We're the crazy ones, though, for pointing it out.
Obviously,
Because, you know,
obviously.
Well, luckily, I haven't had any leaks yet, but I'm expecting it soon
you just
enough.
wait, motherfucker. I'm gonna leak RDM soon, okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, you want to change that? You want to change that?
Okay, Himpleton. I recorded you illegally. Yeah, so fuck
Don't
you.
push your luck, dude. Don't push your luck.
Well, I recorded.
Dude, I live in a
you
two-party consent state, so like I'm gonna take you to jail.
I record
Okay.
every single one of my Discord conversations now. Since the last, like, maybe 2 months, I record every single interaction I have on Discord. So,
Why is that? That's kind of snaky. What the fuck?
I...
Ooh,
yeah, well,
oh yeah,
I mean, I don't
that's a
care,
great
but
word.
come on.
That definitely hasn't.
I'm
lost
not
all
gonna
form
turn
of meaning.
around... I'm not gonna turn around and have somebody do the same thing to me and leak something out of context, and it's like, whatever. Granted, I don't really interact with anybody besides you, Byrne, but, well, in Badwick, too, occasionally. But,
So you'll record Badwick without his knowledge?
Badwick
What the
doesn't care.
fuck?
Shut up.
What
Badwick
the
doesn't care.
fuck? You're Badwick.
Shut
You gotta get rid of
up.
her.
The
Badwick.
best
Well, like-
fucking...
well, like-
What?
I mean, Maggot, you already said what you said about like the out of context thing, but you're also like not mentioning the other big part, which is like people will straight up just lie about a conversation that you had, and it's extremely like honestly like important to be able to like bring up like, nope, this is what was actually said, you
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
And this
Yeah.
is like,
And unfortunately, that's like a necessity.
And the whole community is either for recording or against it, and it's depending on who
They're
they
for
like
it.
and who. Yeah.
Exactly. They're for it. They're all for it. They
Well,
just
therefore, as long as
choose
it's
when they care.
a guy that you don't like. Yeah.
Exactly. But you know, I mean,
Well, I mean-
I have my. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Kinetic, Joe, and all them. They all know I have my fair share of recordings. I just give the Flatly so Flatly can upload it. But you know,
I don't know, flatly.
I mean, like when I don't want to like. It's stupid because you should like you shouldn't have to record for like innocence in this community,
You
but you have to. You have to
Mhm.
now.
Yep.
Because like,
Yep.
if like Himpleton, if you recorded half of your calls with Emrao and all these people and just released it, you would probably be vindicated for most things. But no, since you
Well, and
didn't
if I-
record it,
Maybe if
Well,
anybody
and if I-
bothered to listen to it outside of the popular people talking about it.
Well, I mean, here's a great example because it's topical. If I had recorded any of the calls that I had with Kell before our interview,
Mhm.
she would be skull fucked. Like,
But you
it's
didn't
just
do that, so therefore she can make up any narratives. And you're already like viewed as a massive liar, snake,
Oh.
possible groomer, right? So it's like
yeah, possible like
If calls were recorded, again, people who are knee deep in the controversy or in the drama, if Himpleton had a call that made sure people look bad in full context, people will listen to it. People saw the whole morale, the Himpleton versus Gimp thing. They saw Himpleton getting crushed out by his friends when his friends, I think Ace Howler recorded the Whirlfield check. The Gerard situation. So there's been a lot of stuff that if Himpleton had recorded it and showed proof that no, you're wrong about this, this, and this, then he would be safe. But alas, Maggot's like, oh no, people would not care. No, the big people wouldn't care. I mean, like I said, what does it matter if you have the proof that they're lying? They're perpetuating if other people are perpetuating a lie of something that did not happen that you have record of, then You have proof. It's on your YouTube. So, should people record each other? I mean, I want to say you should trust people, but I would say this. And someone made a great fucking point about this. Write or speak in calls or DMs, assuming that someone's going to leak it. Because if you do that, then you can't be incriminated. You said what you said. There was nothing to hide. Byrne's stuff got leaked. I think he forgot about that. So he had stuff leak on him as well too. And Byrne leaked the Amber Lily calls, and Byrne leaked I think Byrne leaked the AJ calls. So he leaked some quite a bit stuff too. So he's not clean here either.
Yeah, possible fucking like terrorists, like
exactly.
I've, like,
since you can't
I like
prove
hurt
that,
children for fun.
Yes,
you know.
but since you can't prove that these conversations happened, right? She can say whatever the hell she wants, and she'll be more believed than you.
I think she showed who. I'm gonna be honest. She showed her character to me pretty quickly within that 12-minute video that I don't think I even watched the whole thing. But I watched the first few minutes of it, and within the first few minutes of it, okay.
She's kind of an up-and-coming YouTuber.
Kinetic Kell?
Kinetic. Why, you know?
Kell? Literally the first few seconds, she has to include a clip of Matt.
Do that again.
I'm like,
Wait,
Kinetic Kell? Oh my god!
Yeah, she's kind of an up-and-coming YouTuber.
Kinetic Kell?
Kinetic. Why, you know her?
Welcome, class, to today's lesson.
Welcome
Like,
class to
okay,
being a whore
what?
on the internet. Welcome class to how to be a fucking e-whore on the internet.
The reason why I'm judgmental of this is because I know what this is, because I did the same shit. Like, I have plenty of clips of big YouTubers saying my fucking name. Matt Pitt is, for all extents and purposes, a nobody outside of commentary, but I digress. I have plenty of clips of people saying my name too, and you know that if somebody is posting that or including it, it's because it, like, hypes them up or pumps up their ego in some way. And as soon as I heard that when I opened the video, I was like, okay. Maybe that's my bias. Maybe that's my bias, but...
Dude, I fell off so hard no one says my name anymore. It's over.
Jesus Christ! It's like dude. You sound like the first episode of AWT that we recorded together when you were just like sad posting the whole time.
I wasn't sad. Okay, kill yourself. Fuck.
No, you like had a serious attempt at ODing under a bridge. It was really sad.
Okay, buddy. What, I said, like, the reality of things? I mean,
No, you were just black pill as fuck that episode.
I mean, I am too. I'm naturally a black-pilled person. Okay, so it's just...
Yeah, I can tell. You like sounded like you were like on the border of like.
People, when I know it's over, it's over. I'm just doing things for fun now. I have no standing in anything.
Well, that's how it should have always been, dude. To be honest.
You know what? I should have just did Zelda content from the beginning and not done this commentary shit. But here we are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the worst mistake, like that any of us, exactly the worst mistake that any of us have made. Not even being in the shithole, but caring about these faggots' opinions.
Oh, true.
Like, why do we care about any of these people and what they think? Like, if they think I'm a loser, okay, like, guess what? Like, half of them don't even leave their houses, dude.
Exactly. That's why we do care. That's why we do care, though. Because, in my opinion, is that everybody that exists in commentary is a person who has no, like, real social skills in the real world. They probably don't have many friends in the real world, if any. And all of their validation they seek online, within that community. And so... even if they agree or disagree, I mean, I don't think these people even form their own thoughts and opinions most of the time. I'm sure that's just me being biased, but that's all they're there for. They just want validation. They just want to feel like they're accepted somewhere. And again, I would put myself in that category. I would, because like when I started commentary, this is kind of like an information overload. People don't have to believe me. I don't give a fuck. But like the beginning of last year, I got out of a 13-year-long abusive relationship. You know what I mean? So
again, why are you volunteering information about you, Maggot? I mean, people could go out and say that, oh, you got out of a 13 relationship so you could e-date someone from Florida who does Roblox streams and stuff. People could make that joke on you. You want to talk about parasocialism and people worrying about what people think or say, but I remember you were so butthurt where I said to your e-cock that, hey, D-Max, you should not say that you are anything for Keemstar because that's a bad look. And then you want to jump down my throat like a crotchety bitch, talking about, oh, you don't edit, you don't do this, you don't do that, blah. Like, you were so worried about what I had to say, but then you are so parasocial that you end up being in an E relationship. and now you're fucking telling people that you in an abusive relationship for 13 years. Huh. And please don't cry when this is used against you when you want to act out of pocket. Don't cry, bitch. Please don't. Take your medicine like the whore you are. So if people want to make fun of you, just remember, you talk shit about Matt Perry, you talk shit about many other people. You call people a lot of fucked up things. So be careful what you send out on the internet.
I was just sort of trying to find myself, and it was something to pass the time for me. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people in the space who are maybe not in the exact same situation, but like are in similar situations where they don't get much attention from people, and they don't really have anybody they interact with, and this is the most social interaction that they get, so they cherish it, you know? And that's why we find all of these people being super parasocial with each other. And
that's why you're dating DMX, because no one gives a fuck about you in the real world, so you e-dated someone in Florida. Very good.
Because to me, it's weird. Like, to me, it's weird for people to be in a fucking Discord call being buddy-buddy, because I don't really do that.
It's weird to be in a relationship with someone in Florida.
But, in this space, it's normalized, you know?
Well, yeah, and, like, let me like, further validate what you said there. Like, this is something that's very well known, like, and it's very public. But, like, I was an addict for 4 years before this, and I kind of, like, fucking destroyed my IRL. And, like, lost most of my, like, real-life friends. And so, like, I was absolutely exactly in that same situation you're kind of describing, where it was, like, you know, that's where I was receiving my validation. And, like, I'll tell you what, like, that being said, all of this stuff in terms of the, like, the ousting of Himpleton was, like, legit the best thing that could ever happen to me. Because, like, I'm reconnecting with old friends, I'm, like, I have, a good job, and, like, you know, I'm actually doing things for myself now, because I can't receive that, like, retarded validation anymore. So I just had to, I knew that I could either just, like, remain a loser the rest of my life and be this, like, hated retard in this community, or I could just, like, actually do something about it. And so I did.
I already see people saying in the comments, well, Byrne, you do care about people saying, like, I don't know anymore. Like, I mean, I did at the time. I did care what people said at the time. I think the more I realized that really no one really fucking matters in this space, the less I'm starting to care.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
exactly, dude.
It was already stupidly cringe enough that I went to, like, after the fucking second Wallbangers went out, I went to Core, I went to fucking Sitman, and I'm like, guys, I went to Beavers. What do you guys think about the second Wallbangers? Did I do a better job? Did I do a better job this time, Beavers and Core? Like, that was so cringe of me to do. That was so cringe for me to go to these people who watched the second episode of the Wallbangers and act, like, on my hands and knees groveling to see if they approved of me. Like, that was so gay. Like, that was so retardedly gay of me to do. To grovel for these people's attention and fucking, like, acceptance. It's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Don't give yourself too... I mean, dude, don't give yourself too hard of a time, though, because it's literally what everyone in this fucking community does, and, like, that's what we've been saying, you know?
Literally everybody.
That's the thing.
Even
like,
people
you're
that
just
you
following everybody else's lead.
Even people that you perceive as being successful do this, Byrne. Like, I don't know if I want to name names, but everybody does this. Even those who get good numbers and are slowly climbing up the content pole, all of them do that. All of them.
Well, I mean, wait, think about this. Think about, like, a very, like, successful example that no one's going to be able to dispute me on. Turkey Tom with Destiny.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
this happens
so
at all
weird.
levels. This happens at all levels. Like, it's just something that's inherent to this community to a certain degree. Like, this community attracts, like, socially awkward, like, fucking rejects who very naturally want the approval and attention of people who they perceive as being more successful than them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know if it has to be that. I just really think that, I don't know. Like, you were mentioning before about, like, your past addiction or whatever, which I can relate to. I've been sober for, like, 4 years now, maybe a little more. But I think there are a lot of people in this space who are probably like that in one way or another, because addiction comes in many forms. It can be, you know, substances, alcohol, you know, whatever. It comes in many forms. Even the internet itself can be an addiction. But I think that that's probably true for a lot of people in this space, that they maybe suffer from something like that. And then also, again, they really don't have anybody in real life to be supporting them. And so they come online to find that support and validation that they don't receive in real life. Because, like, when I was with my ex-partner and I was doing things online, he never supported any of that. Like, he didn't like that I was online. He didn't like that I...
Yeah, because he thought you were going to cheat on him. Because he figured you were a waste of space. Who would support this? The only time you ever made something of yourself was when you sold your tits to a fucking pervert. You sold your tits to a pervert. That's how you made your money. You became a whore because you are a whore. So therefore, that's the only success you got. And I think your ex knew that deep down within, because you don't have anything going for you. You don't have a mind. You don't have an opinion. You just have tits, your dick holster, and maybe an ass. That's all the fuck you are. That's how you could make money online. Because you're not that good at being a debater. God help you. So, he may know what he was talking about. He may have been on the right track for not supporting you and stuff. But Huggy, she's a succubus. What do you expect? I expected to not be so bad at life.
I was doing things for a streamer or like modding for. He didn't like any of that stuff, right? And that sucks to be with somebody who like doesn't validate what you're doing or something that you like, you know.
You clip. All you do is clip and suck on chat. That's all you did. You didn't create content. You didn't fucking do anything worthwhile. Your contribution to the internet is saying F slurs and showing your tits to a fucking pervert for money. That's it. You are the epitome of an e-whore. So if you want to do something good with your life, why don't you just open your OnlyFans like I said to you before? That's how you can contribute. Make your haters pay for your news. Maybe that's how you could be something in life. Like, for fuck's sake. My ex didn't approve of me or didn't support me. How? Where? Huh? Support what? You're an orbiter. You don't do content creation. That's what you said. What, is he going to support your fucking edits on TikTok? Is that what he's going to support? How's that going to put food on his table? How's that going to put food on your table for your kids?
And I'm sure that's what a lot of these people probably go through. But it's just unfortunate because I feel like in this community, really what's lacking is empathy. None of these people are able to put themselves in somebody else's shoes. Either they're not able or they're not willing to.
Until it's too late, like we've said.
Exactly. Until it's too late. Until they're in the same fucking seat. And then it is what it is.
And then they sort of try to pretend like, oh, I'm so sorry. Now I know how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well,
I mean,
drop off a cliff, Maggot. Drop off that cliff.
Okay, well, that felt kind of personal. I'm just kidding. But like, no, but I can say from like at least my personal experience that like I don't think that it is a thing where people are pretending. Like it's, and like I've acknowledged like how kind of hypocritical it is on my end, right? But like, it's the truth that like when you have the gun turned on you, it's suddenly not like a fun game of cops and robbers. It's like, oh no, this is life and death. Like, okay, whoops.
And even that statement that you made, people will mock that and be like, "It's like sound like a gun." Like the internet is not that serious, bro. Oh my god, it's not that deep. Watch them fucking
you faggots.
No, but watch them be in the same fucking position, and they will feel like it's that. They will feel like it's serious. They will feel like it's life and death. They'll watch us and laugh and go, "Oh, that's not true. It's not that deep." It is that fucking deep. Put yourself in Himpleton's position or whatever. Like, it doesn't even have to be Himpleton. There's lots of people that you could put your fucking I don't know. I don't want to name off a bunch of because I'm always scared to name off like a person that I shouldn't. But
what does it matter? You should go. Say what you have to say. Tell people. Name names. What does it matter? You're not worried about people thinking about you some type of way. You are fucked in the community, so you might as well name names. Let it all out. What are you scared of? Your reputation. Your only reputation is being an e-whore. That's it. So just say it.
If you put yourself in that situation, put yourself in that person's shoes, it would not be fun for any of these people. They would all really hate it. It would suck. They would feel bad. They would spurg. Well, which fair? I feel like everybody in commentary is a spurg. I don't
to a certain degree, for sure.
I'm not no spurg. Nuh-uh.
Everybody in commentary is a spurg, and anybody who denies being a spurg is definitely a spurg. They're a spurg like times 10 if they deny it. Yeah.
Okay, I got
Well,
I'm spurg.
I mean, look, the funniest thing to me too is like these fucking faggots. Literally, like they hear somebody doing like a clear metaphor that they're not being literal about. Like, when I say that about a fucking loaded gun, obviously I don't mean that it's like literally life and death and like literally a loaded gun. I'm making metaphors, you fucking retards. But then they'll like look at that and be like, oh my god, he takes it so seriously. And it's like, you guess what? If it was y'all, you'd just be crying. You wouldn't be saying any of that shit about it like being serious and stuff. You'd just be crying. And you can't even come up with a good metaphor because you're a fucking retard. Okay? So I don't even want to hear it.
I think MRAL and that group, I know that there's quite a few people in that group. I will say, as far as Ace Howler goes, I really don't know anything about him. He could very well be somebody that's an op to me. For all my knowledge about that person, they have been nice to me, so I'm not...
Ace is a decent guy.
Okay,
for sure.
So I'm not lumping him in there.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't trust anybody, but I'm not going to lump him in with this, but I'm just saying all of these faggots, like Emrao, Amos, and all them, they're just like, they're the next generation of Spurgs upcoming. They will all have their day, especially like Emrao, because when I was listening to the argument between you and Emrao, he brings up how he has like this fat Riz or something, or whatever. Like, he stole some e-girl from you or some shit. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if you think that way, then your day is coming, buddy. Like, you're a nobody who has nothing in real life, who can touch pussy in real life, if you paid for it, and so you act big and bad on the internet. It's gonna come back to bite you. It's going to. I'm sorry.
Maggie, do you know about the whole Schrodinger's retard thing?
No.
Okay, so that's a huge thing with morale. So basically, it's funny because, and it's very ironic because he coined the term when he was talking about Jalen, like, not, like, acting like she was, like, joking, but in retrospect, like, when it was kind of obvious that it wasn't a joke. It's just, like, the ability to basically be like, oh, yeah, well, like, I was joking, so...
Yeah.
Like, and it's what he does all the time.
Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
I actually
what you just brought up.
I actually put that down in my notes, that they say everything is a joke. Because I've experienced that, too, where they just act like everything they say is a joke, and it's like... okay. Like, I'm literally being put through the stocks and whatever, but it's a joke. Okay, whatever.
Well, it comes down to anything that would make them look bad is quote-unquote obviously a joke. And it's like a great example is like that whole thing about like him saying that he like rizzed up some e-girl and like stole her from me, like with his fat riz. Like when he watches this, because I'm sure he will.
Oh, he will. Fuck you, Emrah. Furry.
He's gonna be like, that was so clearly a joke, dude. I mean, it's gonna be the exact same thing.
They're so dumb for not knowing that this is just a joke.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the line of questioning on Sarah Ridden, and if I raped like a girl in middle school, like he literally will use that as another way to like mock the person and be like, oh my god, that was so obviously a joke, dude. And it's like, okay, yeah.
I think, in all honesty, when it comes to Emrao and the thing that I listened to today, I think it is extremely unrealistic to expect there to be proof of a rape of somebody that happened 10 plus years ago who was 11 when it happened.
Well, I'm not trying to get people arrested, dude.
No, but here's the thing, right? Even if there was, like, say, camera footage on the bus, right, of this incident, the way that the seats are on school buses, nobody's gonna see that. There's no way to prove that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way to prove that. It's like saying any person who comes out and says that they were raped or molested or whatever as a child, we should just immediately discount them because there's not proof to back them up.
Well, and that whole thing, like, it's not like I'm going on this, like, campaign to, like, I've never said any of their names. I've never tried in any capacity to, like, levy action against any of the people who, like, fucking raped me. And, like, it would be one thing if I was, like, Me Tooing them, you know what I mean? But, like, that's so clearly not happening. Yeah. And so it's just, like, why does it matter that much, dude?
I mean,
like,
the documentation argument is silly. It's silly, too, because it's like, you were 11 when it happened. Most things that happen to people 11 and under, and maybe even sometimes, like, 13 and under, you don't realize that stuff until, like, much later on. That's how it works with so many victims. So many victims of rape and assault don't really realize that they have been a victim until later in life. Like, this is just, it's proven. You can look this up. So many victims don't realize until later in life that they were a fucking victim. Like, we're talking 50-year-olds, they don't realize it until they're that age. Like, it's insane to me that in this one situation, and I do understand, I'm gonna say...
Yeah, but you don't go and you say you got raped on multiple streams, on calls or whatnot. You don't propagate that. That's also what can be done. You shouldn't be telling people that you got raped, because they'll use this against you when you fuck up. So, there's that.
Himpleton, there are clearly things that you have been dishonest about. I understand that. But at the same time, thinking logically and knowing what I know about that and knowing that it comes out, for some people it comes out so much later that this happened to them, you cannot just discredit somebody and say that it didn't happen because there's no proof to back it up. And I understand his point that you're a liar, whatever. I get that. But at the very same time, in my opinion, it is not great. You're not a very good person if you're questioning it off of that basis alone. Because there's no proof that can be provided.
Well, and, like, I have, like, two things to say about that. Like, first of all, like, let's be honest with the context. I have lied about retarded commentary stuff. To jump from that to lying about getting raped is the stupidest fucking thing to do. Like, it's so fucking retarded. And, like, secondly, what I was gonna say off of you talking about how, like, there's, like, proof and stuff that, like, people don't even, like, realize what happened to them until later. Like, on the same side of the coin, another thing that's very well proven, and there's tons of studies about it, and tons of, like, research and all that kind of stuff, is that oftentimes, especially men who suffer, like, sexual trauma, they blame themselves for a long time.
Yeah, men especially, they don't... Yeah, I mean, men especially have a hard time. And the fact that he doesn't know that is just... I mean, again, I'm not trying to undermine the fact that you have been dishonest about things. I understand why that could play a role. I really do.
I fully acknowledge that, too. That's my thing. You know?
But I think that it takes it to another level when you're saying somebody has lied about a rape from 11. And the other interesting thing to me about this conversation was that he said that he was the only person that thought you were lying about your rape. And then a little while later, he says that everybody knows you're lying about it. So I'm confused because...
Then said it. Also, that's how we got into the debate.
He tried to make it seem like he was the only person questioning you about this, when in reality, a lot of people apparently think you're lying about it. And why is that? Why is it that these people think that, Emrao?
Because he is so proudly talking about it on streams and in calls or whatnot. Because why would anyone be proud to admit they got raped? Why? Like, why inject into the conversation? Why trauma dump on people? That could be a key thing as to why people would be suspicious of why he's so brazen and talking about, I got raped when I was this, and this. No one cares. People would rather talk about other sport drama, games, sports, or whatnot, not about if you got raped or molested or diddled or whatever the case is. So, that could be a key, Maggot. Please try to keep up. I know you're retarded, and I know you're trying to get off of the this podcast so you could be with your boo thing, but keep up.
Well, conveniently after Emma brought it up, but
Exactly. It's because Morale, like, asserted it. That's the exact
reason
why.
He's a weirdo. I'm sorry, he's a weirdo.
no one talked about the rape being fake until Emerald did it, and then everyone who called him was like, "Yeah, you're."
That's a fucking lie. Stan said it on your stream, Byrne. Stan didn't want to be a part with Morale and fucking Himpleton. He said, "Oh, fucking Himpleton lied about his rape." Stan left, and Himpleton got all fucking butthurt. Then he ran around trying to get Stan to debate him on something that they never really talked about that much, and lost. So, yeah.
You lied about your rape. You lied.
Emerald raped me in DMs. I don't have proof. I don't care. Guess why my Twitter's gone. I can't prove it, but he raped me in DMs. Believe me. And I think it's crazy because they look at us when we say this kind of stuff. They look at us like, look, they're just anti-comedy. It's like, no. I can, being through the situation, I can understand both sides. Like, I can understand why people are untrusting of Himpleton, or me, or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you have to operate with some level of empathy. But the problem is that you're not going to find that in commentary.
Why would? When has any of these three operate on any level of empathy? Please, I'll wait. When did they ever give credibility to someone that's not part of their friend group? I'll wait. So, if you can't find in the community, guess what? How about you create the environment on your own? Just a thought. Just a thought.
Because that's not how these people are. There's no empathy there. These people are all about content. There's no empathy behind any of that.
And the other big thing too for me is like these people are gonna be like, Like, I guarantee you, Himpleton, this whole time, doesn't take any accountability for anything. This entire time, I have literally been, like, every time you're like, yeah, you were dishonest about stuff, I'm like, yep, you're right. And, like, I've been like, yeah, I told objective lies. Yeah, I did a lot of criticizable stuff. And you know what I haven't even done once this time because of the way that it's, like, so overplayed and, like, people view it as an excuse. So I don't even mention it anymore. I didn't even mention, like, even as, like, some kind of explanation thing, which, again, not an excuse, but, like, the mental health fucking thing, which people, like, Kell, in her video, literally tried to act like I, like, put all of my defense on to never take accountability. Like, motherfucker, I haven't mentioned that once, except for right now, to just say that I haven't mentioned it. So, like,
these people are very anti mental health and etc., which is ironic considering most of the people that exist in commentary are mentally fucking ill, handicapped, whatever. But when it comes to somebody they don't like, they don't consider that at all. I'm trying to think. I only have a little bit of time left, Byrne, because I gotta go hang out with Max. But I was curious actually, Himpleton. Why did I block you, Himpleton?
Oh yeah, I'm glad we got to that. So you blocked me because I
okay, fuck you. I don't really give a fuck about that. There was something I wanted to go over.
When people blame mental health struggles or other external personal adversities when something blows up in their face. I know. I'm sorry. I feel like the Bobox thing has kind of been beaten to death, but I'm here to spit on the corpse. So Bobox, for anyone that doesn't know, is a 300k.
So this right here is the person you were saying, Kinetic Kell. I don't really want to. Let's see.
I was again very stubborn and pushed ahead, ignoring all warnings that I needed to chill out before continuing to make drama content. My psychotic rant to Nick from July was the catalyst to me realising something was horrible.
Very special welcome to my guests. Do you guys want to give out your channels?
Yeah, it's just a channel now recording, and I'm also on Shot from the Point every now and then too.
We've got Cope and Seeth, and I'm also a co-host for Now Recording.
So it's my understanding Matt is better versed on the early Himpleton, and Becky's better versed on like the later happenings. So now, do you want to kind of give us like community channel consensus on things, or where do you like kick off this channel?
From what I remember with Himpleton is during the whole Mama Max drama last year, Himpleton kind of started popping up in the community. And it was because that he had done a video on Mama Max, and he was like a former Mama Max fan who was slowly trying to expose Mama Max himself. Before like the Nicholas Diorio and all the other stuff was happening, he was the one that was basically exposing Mama Max. I wouldn't say he was like a notable figure on Lyrics' live stream, but he was definitely coming on a lot to help with the Mama Max.
Himpleton claimed that he was a Himpleton co-host.
Released a video called Pomnigate, which was going over like kind of like the Elsagate stuff, but with a different cartoon series, where he was saying that they were making loads of sexually explicit content. During that, he shows a thumbnail which he claims is child porn. It's like it's like clipped. He did censor the video, but then he sort of like sulked off and whatever. And then the first opportunity he got, he tried to have Queeman on to debate on the same side as someone called Flamenco, who's sort of hated in the community for good reason, basically talking about a content creator called Tiger and whether he was the lolicon. This was clearly a setup that Himpleton was pulling, and that was like the first inkling. I think that's one of the first times I'd ever really discussed Himpleton with anyone, because I called Queeman about it. I was like, what's your take on this guy?
The way you explained it was really funny, because it was like, hey, you want to debate, bro? And Queen was like, I don't know, I guess. And he's like, all right, cool, your partner's flamenco. We're meeting tomorrow.
That's really accurate, actually. I gave him the advice on another content creator called Romantic Goblin, that Goblin was a liability. That basically, she was a liability. If he kept interacting with her, eventually she'd cause problems for him. Then he went to Goblin and posed it. I think his exact words were,
but see, look, this is how you edit. This is how you show stuff. Whoever, Himpleton, Lamp, Byrne, this is how you... Something was mentioned, this is brought up. Romantic Goblin, yo, Hemp. Hey, you doing okay? Yeah, I'm still sick. You don't have to if you don't want to, but... Oh, would really appreciate it. Did you see the whole thing with my server? I'm sorry again that happened. I haven't been offline because sick. Against a Basie, I got pressured really hard from a ton of bigger YouTubers to let you go from the server, but I still like talking to you. And it doesn't change much for me. I basically just got told if I don't cut it off from the public way server wise, they go with weird narratives and shit. I ain't going to talk shit on you at all. I did it very quietly, but that's what happened. Wow. But so like Himpleton was like, yeah, I can't talk to you no more because people are going to be bullying me with narratives and stuff. So I thought you didn't care about. I thought your whole thing was like, I don't care about what people think or say about me. I'm cool. I'm whatever. Like, why?
Ton of bigger YouTubers are telling me to like cut you off, or they'll make up rumors about the Discord. It was just a fucking lie, and it got back to me, and like through multiple groups that had heard this fucking rumor being spread. And I was obviously very, very fucking pissed off when he did this. Aiden wanted to do a fireside chat with Himpleton, which would have been his like 7th one or something. So I jumped on stream, and then he was like, "No, I'm gonna get Himpleton in the call, I'm gonna get Zylie in the call," and started this call up. But the reason that happened was I just released a video on the Cinebear group and the shit that happened there. But in that, I took a load of shots at Himpleton. So Himpleton freaked out because suddenly there was a video taking shots at him, and he didn't know what to do. He sent me an apology. He copy and pasted that apology and then sent it to Zylie.
Do you guys think people like Himpleton reflect onto mental health issues and trauma when they are confronted with their behavior?
I think it's just like a habitual thing a lot of people do in this community. A lot of people in this community are mentally ill, and they use the internet as like an outlet to get all their issues from the real world out onto the internet. They have a hard time keeping like a guard up when something goes wrong. Their instinct is to kind of use their issues. I guess it is manipulative. I guess it would be like if you're in a relationship, you and your girl get in a fight, and then you go, "Well, no, look, I'm bipolar, babe. Come on, like I got my issues. My mom used to hit me, stuff like that." I've interacted with so many people in this community that are just like that, so it's normal to me. It's been normalized, so I'm just kind of used to it.
I think we don't bully people enough, and bullying needs to be done early and often.
So the Himpleton stuff. Obviously, I'm guessing you've interviewed some other people about this, so you already know about Himpleton's crash out. So I'll just give my sort of info on Himpleton. So I was in Himpleton's server since he started streaming again. He took a break because he went to rehab or something, and then he came back. I had maybe about 5 private calls with Himpleton, so I wouldn't really consider him a friend.
It's a lot.
In my stream about Himpleton, I just covered the drama that he'd surrounded himself in. I had someone on called Colton. That then led to Himpleton, after my stream, kicking me and basically banning me from his server and wiping all of his DMs with me. I said to Himpleton, "Yo, I just wanted to ask why you banned me from your server. I personally don't think I said anything or did anything that would warrant that, but I mean, it's your server, so it's your choice at the end of the day." I sent that, and then about 5 hours later, he starts responding, and this was during the morale stream he started responding, when morale was going completely scorched earth on Himpleton, leaking a bunch of stuff, leaking the TV call, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so Himpleton responds to me and says, "Sol, you platformed a guy I've said lies about me multiple times and showed my leaked DMs with him. Like, even if you tried to be fair, you still did a giant stream on me and did that too." And then I said, "So because I'm cool with you, I'm not allowed to do a stream on the drama you've surrounded yourself with. I didn't know the extent of you and Colton's beef, yet Colton was around in your Discord server until about a week ago, and I..."
By the way, it's fair to ask about why people banned you, because it's like, what did I do wrong? Whatever the case is. Again, at the end of the day, it's just a server. And Himpleton instead of talking it out, be like, that's like, first of all, if you have 5 private calls with someone, that doesn't do a blood binding of like, you're not supposed to be platforming people that don't like me. That's no. You have to remember something with online friendships, quote unquote, online friendships. let them do what they want. Like, their actions will speak louder than words. Because if you just go off the handle and get mad at every little thing, you're not going to be conducive to anything. You'll just be reactionary instead of thinking logically. It's a server. Like, you just met the person. Who cares? But
I didn't know what happened. And like I said, I was fair to you when Colin was calling in. And yet because of that, you kick me from your server and wipe our side of the DMs. Also, what is this code about platforming? Dude, I had 8 fucking viewers, and if he wasn't going to be on my stream, he would have gone elsewhere. You know this. Dude, 8 viewers, man. So Himpleton said, dude, chill. Everyone around me right now is burning the bridge and snaking me so hard. When it came to people like you, I just wanted to lean on the safe side of things. It's all done and over now anyways, man. Like, I'm probably just deleting everything and leaving at some point. And I said,
he never gonna leave. He needs the validation. He needs people to tell him they love him. Like, that's what they need.
you're the one telling me to chill. Are you actually serious? You can't say people are snaking you when you've done the exact same thing to other creators. Snaking jar, leaking calls, etc. This is your bread and butter, so when people do it to you, you have absolutely no leg to stand on to complain about that. I'm actually done with you, dude. You pissed me the fuck off. That's kind of sorry of me. Pissed me the fuck off by kicking me from your server for absolutely nothing, and not even replying to me when I was asking for an explanation so we could try and work this shit out. Instead, you flip it on me and say it's my fault for platforming Colton. Actually, fuck you, dude. It is Himpletova. The Himpleton and Boblax thing, I feel like with both of them, you can definitely see there's an aspect of they were having some sort of issues with their mental health. Something was going wrong. Whether that was their personal life or online life, something was definitely going wrong there. With Himpleton, I feel like what he did is he overshared way too much online, and people were able to use that and turn it against him. So Himpleton made a couple of videos about getting raped and stuff like that as a kid. People turned that against him when everything happened. And with Himpleton, I feel like he was too chronically online, and with Boblax's crash out, I feel like it's the same. He's going after people and going ranting in DMs, like schizo fucking rants with Nick. I feel like the thing is that a lot of people need to take away from this is that they need to balance their online life and their personal life, especially if they're creators. They shouldn't hold their online life just because they create content. They should not hold their online life to such high esteem that it becomes their personal life, that it becomes their social life. In my opinion, I feel like that's what happened with both of them, and that's really the message to take away from it, in my opinion.
Mic drop. These people that blame mental health, deflect, grasp at straws whenever like they're under fire. They think they're throwing whoever they need to under the bus to save their own ass. But you know what really hurts? I think we all know the answer. Ready, class? All together. That's right. It hurts the people that can't take that long, hard look in the mirror and take accountability. I've been Kinetic Kell. Thank you so much to my guests, Matt Pitt, Beckett, and Soul Skibbity. Soul Skibbity is probably so stoked to be on this lineup right now. Subscribe if you feel like it. Ooh.
That's Kinetic Kell, and supposedly there'll be an unadulterated interview. That's what else he has done. So she did local live, went over controversies, and 11 days ago she did the Himpleton and Boblax crash out stuff. Alright, cool. Well, I hate when the community say today, like, what day. But overall, according to Byrne, there'll be a cleaner version of the stream itself, so I guess look out for that. I did clip out some stuff regarding the stream and I sent it out. I don't know if anyone's going to be looking at it. So yeah. I don't know if I'll do a New Year's Eve stream, maybe not. But yeah. That donation goal thing will end on the 31st. So like if it doesn't get met, I'll try to I'll just redo the goal to next December. But yeah, that will be done. overall, it again, we'll see how great. We'll see how Himpleton handles this. Maggot's going to be Maggot, and Byrne is just doing his stuff, like going on other shows, being cool, and look, at the end, that's his show. He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He could be with whoever he wants. And the Guild by Association sucks, but if you hang around people that don't have your best interests at heart, they will tend to snake you. So if you feel like you're getting used and abused, my guy, don't be bothered being in that group. That's why I love Wall Smashers. That's why I love that's why I'm not autistically online on other people's VCs. The only VC I'm in are fucking my own VC. And that's it. I'd rather be by myself than be with people that are just uneducated, boring, or not interested in what I have to say. So, with that being said, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. I hope everyone is getting ready for the end of the new year, end of 2024. It'll be great. It'll be exciting, folks. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to everyone that likes this type of content. And I may see you by the end of the